little time well wasted. Trying to figure out life, trying to figure out girls, trying to find our place in this crazy old world. A little frustration, cold beer, conversation.
Okay.
It's hour left.
Okay.
Man, don't you miss those Friday night lights? Wouldn't you like to bust through that paper one more time? Brother, my folks are getting up there in years. Mama still thinks the devil's in here. Now tell me, buddy, don't you ever wish we could work a little less, catch a few more fish? Yeah, maybe one day when we both strike it rich. Cold beer, conversation, just a couple of boys, little time well wasted. Trying to figure out life, trying to figure out girls, trying to find our place in this crazy old world. A little truth, a little frustration, cold beer, conversation. We could sit here all night, trying to make it make sense. A little buzz is probably all.
Welcome. The show you're about to listen to is part of the Hopped Up Network's growing family of craft beer podcasts in the U.S. and Canada. Find this show and others like it at hoppedupnetwork.com, the spot for informative and entertaining craft beer podcasts.
DJ.com. 36 tiny wrapped in plastic. My paper much longer than the stretch from my elastic. It's 36 tiny wrapped in plastic. My paper much longer than the stretch from my elastic. It's 36. It's 30.
Dude, I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. I love it. I love drinking. I love drinking. I like drinking. I'm a big drinker. I like blacking out. Yes. Yes. I don't know why that's frowned upon. It is very exciting. You know, you wake up the next day, you're like, what happened? I don't know. I think it's fun because when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a detective. So when you drink too much and you black out, you wake up, you have a lot of mysteries to solve. I wake up, I'm like, where are my pants? Somebody stole them. A clue. Somebody vomited. I was reading a magazine the other day and they had an ad for Jack Daniels. This is a real ad, which I loved. And it said, Jack Daniels, drink responsibly. That's not like a responsible night. There's no couple that's like, hey honey, you wanna stay in the night? Yeah, let's make a fire. Catch up on some Modern Family and just chug this handle of Jack. That ad should be like, Jack Daniels, fucking good luck. Yeah, the word whiskey in Gaelic means water of life, which is true, and it sounds so much better when you tell a girl, I'm sorry, I have water of life, dick. Love it. I love drunk chicks. Drunk chicks are awesome. And I like the cocky drunk chicks. The ones that be like, I can drink as much as you can. I'm like, really? Because no, you fucking can't.
What do you guys give me if I kill that bird? Barbara, that's a bald eagle. Get away, Baldy! Yeah!
Oh, this is the Wort with Mike and Pete, GubsRadio.com. We are live here on GubsRadio.com. Go over to GubsRadio.com and check out the live video feed. Also, audio feed if you'd like to take a peek ski at that. If you're in the car and you don't want to get pulled over watching videos in your car through Facebook or YouTube, you can go ahead and click on the live audio feed on GubsRadio.com. Also, we are streaming live on Facebook tonight. Go onto Facebook, type in the search bar Gubs Radio, all one word, and you will find us streaming live. We're also on YouTube Live, same idea. Go to YouTube, type in Gubs Radio, and we are live there. And tonight, Peter.
Crowded show. It's a crowded room.
It is a crowded room. We have a lot of guests in studio and expect more. So here we go, right around the table really fast. We have Peter and Ian from North Fork Brewing Company. What's up, boys? What's going on?
Not much, man. Pumped to be here.
Yeah, this is how we do mic checks. I just got to pull you up here a little bit. There we go. And we have Jeff from Hartwell Woodshop. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's up? All right, thanks a lot for coming in. And in the studio, in the O'Toole room, as we call it, we have Mike from Boston in live here in New York with us. What's up, buddy? Oh, you got there's a button there. I'm sorry, I meant to tell you that. It looks like a foot pedal.
The giant red button.
No, it's not giant red. Don't touch red buttons. It's a black box that's close to the window. Big black box. Yeah. Push that button. Yes, push that. Now say hi.
Hello.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the mute button because sometimes conversations happen back there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we have those things. So it's the Wort with Mike at PeteGubsRadio.com. Let's get through some sponsors. And guess what? Guest sponsor in the room tonight. We'll start with him. Sponsored by Hartwell Woodshop. Hartwell Woodshop. Go to hartwellwoodshop.com and check it out, man. He's got some really great pieces. Local shop, local business. We love promoting those local businesses. So check him out. Give Jeff a call. He does a lot of custom design, which he's done for us as well. And, a lot of his design work is also on his Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any custom woodwork, go to Hartwell Woodshop. Where's the Hartwell? Is that your last name?
Hartwell's my last name.
Yeah, there you go. So that I was wondering. I think in my email it comes up Jeff Hartwell. So I'm like, is that really just like his last name or it could be something else? I don't know. Anyway, we are also sponsored by ShirtsOnTap.com. Shirts on Tap for all your great monthly T-shirt subscription from breweries all across the country. Go on ShirtsOnTap.com. Sign up for the first month. If you type in Wort in the promo code area, you will get your first month for $5.99. After that, everything is $13.99. And go to ShirtsOnTap.com and check it out. Also, we are sponsored by MyBomberJackets.com. That's right, MyBomberJackets.com for the best 12-ounce, 16-ounce, 22-ounce, 32-ounce Crowler koozie. It's not a koozie. It's a, what, Pete? What is it?
Bomber jackets.
Bomber jacket, that's correct. Jesus Christ. Mike, what is it, Mike?
Huh?
This is going well. Go to mybomberjackets.com, and when you check out, use the promo code WART. We see 15% off your order plus free shipping over $30. Check it out, mybomberjackets.com. We're also sponsored by Brewers Hardware. For all your small batch and large capacity needs, go to Brewers Hardware. For your home brewer, for your actually brick and mortar brewery, right? brewershardware.com, and check them out. Probably, right? Yeah, they always have their last-minute stuff there, do some overnight shipping and stuff like that. So they've been giving out some stuff to our brewer guests, and so our packages have been sponsored by brewershardware.com. And, of course, taphandles.com, taphandles.com for all your tap handle needs. Customized single or large distribution handle needs. Go to taphandles.com. Check them out. And we are done with the goddamn motherfucking
I was distracted
promos.
perusing all of Jeff's work on his Instagram page.
Yeah?
And there's an Adirondack chair with a marijuana leaf on it.
Sweet.
Which is pretty fucking cool looking.
Jeff, before you leave, see my friend Mike there in the back.
We'll fill this room up.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was like,
I'm not a
this
pothead
one,
at all,
that
but
one.
that is a cool fucking chair.
We have somebody on the phone. Who's this?
Hello, guys. It's Dennis Murphy, guys.
Wow, Dennis, you called really early tonight. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much, but I ain't been.
I've been great. How are you?
I'm just chilling. I can't wait to July 4th.
I know, me too. Are you? What's your plans? What do you got going on?
Well, I'll go with my cousins in Jersey. I'll be chilling over there.
Where in Jersey?
Somewhere. I forgot where it's at.
It's a pretty big state. You got a latitude line?
39th parallel.
39th parallel. Yeah, what were we saying? Sorry, Dennis.
I think I'm going with the Woodland in Jersey.
Ah, okay, all right. I know where that is. Nice. That's a nice little spot. You got family over there, you said?
Yep. I got my cousins. I got my nephew, my nieces, and all that, too.
So I'm going to encourage you, Dennis, to follow our show and to check out some of the awesome New Jersey breweries that are out there. If you go onto your phone and in your Google search, just type in brewery near me, you're going to come up with a bunch of breweries out there, and go stop by one. Check it out. Become a more, let's say, seasoned veteran of the craft beer scene.
That's cool as shit.
All right, Dennis, thanks a lot for calling in, buddy. I appreciate it.
I want to give a shout out to my best friend, Eric.
Eric who?
From Limo.
Oh, okay, cool. Is he listening tonight?
I listen to him every single night.
Okay.
And also I want to give a shout out to my best friend, Dan.
Dan Romano on the Dan Romano Show here Wednesday night starting at 9 p.m. on govsradio.com.
That's right.
That's right,
And
buddy.
also, don't forget, I'll not forget about you guys, too.
I know, that's all right.
I hope not.
Well, I mean, you called our show, so that alone is you just saying that you love us. We appreciate it.
Oh, no, I like you guys a lot, too.
Thanks, man. Thanks for listening. We hope to see you out and about there and some of our live shows. We have a couple live shows coming up. We'll announce at the end of the show today. And check us out. Come on by.
I will definitely will.
What? Say that again?
I said I definitely will.
All right, awesome. All right, Dennis, thanks a lot, man.
Have
We'll
a good
talk to
one,
you soon.
Dennis.
You too. I'll see you guys later.
All right, later. Dennis, a longtime listener of govsradio.com, loves to call in on every show here on Govs Radio, so I appreciate you calling in. And with that said, I thought it was going to be Graz, by the way. Did you not think that was going to be Graz?
It's early for him.
It is. You're right. He's got family stuff going on right now. Let's get right into it. So, gentlemen, you guys have just celebrated your 1-year anniversary, so congratulations on that. That was really cool. I'm sure you guys are super excited to...
Super hungover.
Very hungover. It's been a long 4 days.
Yeah, I'll give you this.
5 days. Thank you.
There.
Oh, you have
It's a slow clap, but then it builds. There we go. That's where I was going to go
clap
with.
button.
Yeah, just one. Okay, that's good. No, but seriously, that's a big accomplishment. You didn't run out of money when you started up.
No, that was the goal.
That's
Congratulations
At least
for not
over
going
$1.
bankrupt.
We're celebrating. We're still here.
Yes, you still have it. And then, of course, staying open and sustaining through, through Trump and and all the brand new aluminum stuff you have to pay on and all that stuff. So it's just so much to deal with as a brewer. So give us the history a little bit about how the brewery started and bring us up to date on this past year.
Yeah, man. Well, we're a family business. Ian is my wife's cousin, and we've known each other for over a decade. And we kind of how a lot of other breweries start. You fall in love with the craft beer scene. You're maybe a home brewer and things like that. We actually started together as far as the industry is concerned. We own and operate a hop farm.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew I saw something on that Instagram. It was a little more, in depth than just the brewing process. So
it is, yeah. That's how we started. My brother-in-law started it with his wife, and or I should say, my sister-in-law started it with her husband, and we kind of took that over and flew with it. And we're a New York State Farm brewery, so part of our gig is supporting New York ag. We're required X amount of percentage a year on each ingredients on each batch. So. That's kind of where we started, and that's been a big important piece to us is with being out east on Long Island, being a farm brewery and supporting all that stuff.
And so because of that, you're able to utilize all those. Oh boy, here comes trouble.
Charlie
Charlie from 1940s Brewery just walked in. I know people on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook can't really see. What's up, buddy? Can't really see. That's all right. Well, you have a seat there. Actually, Mike can stay in there. And then if you want to sit right here, here's a mic here and some headphones for you. I was going to swap you guys out, but you know what? I'm going to avoid a situation when Graz comes. I think this will work out a little better. So you can close both those doors. Thanks, you, Mikey. Sorry, so you're saying you have now the ability to use, what's right there on, the grounds to satisfy that. I want to say restriction, but that limit to what people are trying to do.
Yeah, we're lucky. We get to use products that we grow with our own two hands, and on top of that, we are able to support farms and other farms on Long Island, farms upstate. We use New York State grain, and we're really able to create a hyper local beer. Ian can talk a little bit about what he does. He's kind of So Ian's background is in science, and we have a full lab at our brewery. We do a lot of
science.
Yes,
science. Wish I had that.
A lot of stuff
that
over
drop.
my head.
Yeah.
But we really can create a very local beer, even down to the yeast.
Yeah, exactly. So another fun thing that we can actually even take from our farm sometimes is the yeast.
Okay.
So for example, one of the beers we actually have here tonight, which is Back to the Lacto, that kettle sour that we do has actually been fermented with a wild yeast that came off of blackberries from our farm.
Jesus.
So just using sound, sterile technique, I just isolated some colonies off of that, off of those blackberries, and just kind of played with it, see how it behaved in some small quantities of wort, and then eventually found out it was a very good fermenter. That it just was.
You
awesome.
said the magic word. Sorry, good. Yes.
We can make that sound in real life.
Yes,
too.
yes, we can.
We have the
And actually, it is real life. That's Pete's opening of the can. He actually opened that on air, and I isolated it. That's him. It's all grass. Just leave him alone for a second. So I want to just take one step back because you said you're isolating. How do you isolate the yeast off a blackberry?
So you have on the surface of most fruits this microbial haze, you might call it. You know how like a blueberry looks a little hazy on the surface? Charlie's nodding over there. He's like, yes. I love the haze, man. So that haze is often a lot of yeast, bacteria, things like that. So you can sort of work to get colonies off of that onto Petri dishes and then take those colonies and if you're using the proper like sterile technique in order to let's say like streak those colonies out until you get a pure colony.
And they reproducing naturally?
Yeah.
Okay.
They what I do is I make petri dishes out of pretty much just agar and maltose, and I even sometimes use a little hops in there just to kind of really simulate the beer environment.
Do you have to, Pete? Do you have to stop him at times to say, explain that a little more? Like
yeah. Like drop the amount of syllables you just.
Can you concentrate on just the root word so I can understand it? What's the meaning of that?
It is fascinating, and it's like
That's
impressive that he like what he can do.
Feel free to ask me to like go back.
What's agar? I feel like
agar is just like it's like a jelly.
Okay, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You know, like whenever like they used to like swab your throat
yes.
when you were a kid, and they
that little red
thing they put it in.
Yeah, like I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I found our best eat is piece of Pete's throat.
Yeah. There's a lot going in there.
No. But in all seriousness, no. Off the surface of berries onto those plates, and then you just work till you get colonies. Those colonies can be grown into larger and larger quantities of just cells of yeast until you have enough to eventually ferment a whole batch of beer.
How much does it take to get to that?
Months.
Yeah. It takes a while.
And how do you know you have the right, I guess say microbials to do the thing that you're looking to do?
That's a great question.
Is it just like
we have like a microscope and things like that, so we grow.
That's right. You said you have a lab.
Yeah.
It's like Brookhaven out there.
It really is. We're not far from them either.
No, we're not.
So there's a lot of obviously stop and study and take your time with it to get it right. And like you said, it takes quite a long time to get it right. So at that point, can you get an idea of flavor profile, of what that yeast is going to produce in a certain style of beer, or what's going to go on?
Totally. Yeah.
And is that about?
We can smell it along the way.
I was going to say,
yeast are very expressive with the things that they give off. You're going to get.
Express yourself.
He's got all the drops. I don't even need my machine here. He's got all the drops.
Yeast can smell fruity. It can smell spicy. There's a lot of different aromas and flavors that it gives off.
Okay.
And those organic compounds we just try to detect with our senses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we start by putting it into really light Pilsner bait, like something that's not going to have bold flavors in the type of beer itself. So we can start at a small level so we can really get the esters. Because for me, the flavor in the yeast is in the nose and all of those things. Right. I mean, yes, there are flavors that you're tasting, but you taste with your nose.
It's all part of the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we start at that simple level, and then we just start brainstorming, like, what does this remind us of? So, we have a wild huckleberry yeast. It lent itself very much to saisons and what you would normally get from a saison. So we tend to use
huckleberry. You grow huckleberries on the farm?
So those we culture, Ian found that grow locally and wild out.
But they're local.
Oh yeah.
I was just hiking through the woods with my now fiance, and
just found some huckleberries.
She's like picking them and eating them. I was like, "Don't you know if those are poisonous or not?" She's like, "They're huckleberries." I was like, "Sure, whatever those are." And then I wouldn't let her finish all
they
of
them.
They
tripped for 2 weeks. And
nice. It was either that or diarrhea. I'll take the chances.
I'll take dripping.
Whatever. Yeah.
Instead of dripping.
Dripping. So the whole process then is just like kind of experimentation. Check it out in let's say styles that won't overpower what the yeast can provide, and then it's a matter of matching it up to the proper style that would go with.
Yeah, and then figuring out what ingredients go in. So actually, what we should do, Charlie, do you mind in that cooler? There's another 4-pack. It's a darker colored can. It's called Back to the Lacto. It's purple and it's got some salmon hints or pink or whatever you want to call it.
Salmon.
Well, I thought you meant like salmon fish.
Yeah, there's some
all
salmon added to it. Yeah.
That's a bold choice of flavor.
What are you using as variants? Salmons.
Nova
Specifically Chinook.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
definitely okay to have more.
So yeah, like this.
That's why we hit everything on the desk, so it's just very little that can get damaged up here. So
This beer in particular is the base to it is a saison. It's fermented with wild blackberry yeast and kettle soured. So it's got nice tart character, but sweetness from the grain that we use for it.
Okay.
We're lucky when people come to our tasting room, we have typically 12 beers on tap. So I try to introduce beers to people that maybe they don't drink that style typically.
Okay.
So when someone comes in and they want a lighter beer, they get really weirded out by wild fermentation. But the flavors are subtle and it's not too out of control. So it's
right. So you have some sort of level of, like you said, control over it.
Yeah.
Make sure that you can get where you want. You have an idea when you start this, kind of where you want to be by the time it's all said and done.
Right.
How many times have you gone through some of these strains and found this as much as I thought they fooled you?
Yeah, well,
We had that happen.
one or two on a large level.
Yeah.
Luckily, we try to mess around with these things on such a small level where we're not flushing.
Oh,
money
good. So you're
down the
doing like
toilet.
small batch starts and then saying, all right, how do we?
Then we'll go to the 5 and the 10 barrel batches
Okay.
and things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's fun. I mean, and what you can do with this yeast is, there is a lot of different styles of beer that you can use it for. We're just super lucky.
Ooh, Jeff's like, I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
what this
Very
is all
tart.
about. Is it? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Refreshing.
You have a mic here. You can talk, yeah. You can talk. There's 2 mics here.
I just love the sour at the end of it. It's
Thanks,
not overpowering, and it's it's there. You taste it, and it's great. It's got a great
Charlie was one of the
Something
first
to
people to come to our brewery too to show support. He
Really?
came down on our
He's
soft opening.
everywhere.
He drove all the way out.
He's
to
like the
us.
Santa Claus of Long Island breweries. He really just pops down the chimney. He's like, I'm here. Like, oh shit, what's
Well,
going
that's
on?
more than true because Charlie actually helped us clean a bunch of kegs when we were getting started up. And
Oh,
We had
nice.
a equipment malfunction.
yeah.
They bailed us out in the 1940s. Yeah. So and that's.
I
kinda
wish
like,
I wish I met up with you that day I was out there. I really wanted to see, because I could see through the window a little bit in the facility. I just wanted to see how you have everything laid out, because I've heard that story a couple times now that you've been able to help people out, and I'm wondering how big of a area you have to not only keep your brewery going, but then to help other people out.
Well, the machines are in the back. It's 4,000 square feet, and it's a lot of production and warehouse
Non-stop.
space, and that's what does it.
And you guys just canned some stuff that you brought today. I'm not looking you open just yet, but look at smile.
Yeah.
We canned some stuff.
I mean, I didn't want to. I felt a little bit like guilty coming here because I know
No.
these two guys,
Oh, yeah.
and they've got dynamite operation out
Cool.
in North Fork and Riverhead, and I go like, nah, but the lager is too good.
That's what I was looking for.
Look at this
trying.
guy. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to step. I'm not going to step on their toes, but I just wanted to say that you also
Yeah.
have this facility that can aid and abet other people that need it, and
It's called paying it forward.
that's
Dude,
right.
that's what we do. Like, we've already been able to pay it forward in the first year to a few other breweries that have had similar issues. Like, Joey at WA Meadworks has needed help with washing kegs. That's like, nice to help him out. We were able to constantly blast out on Facebook on a brewery owner's page, like, hey man, I'm short on this ingredient or something fell through, and someone chimes in always with, I've got this or something to help you out, because we really are a community-based piece. I mean, sure, we all have to eventually win a consumer over and sell them beer, but beer drinkers like selection, they like variety, so I'm never going to get butthurt if someone comes down and is like, hey, I like your Pilsner, your lager or whatever, but 1940 is like their crush. Like, it's awesome. Like, it's good to hear the feedback, and we send each other, like, always send customers all over the place. to
There's
places that we love.
there's a big.
We recently got bailed out by Steve Pominski at Barrage
there you go.
because they were brewing a triple batch of Wicked Chowder, and all of a sudden, here I am on the golf course enjoying myself, and somebody says, hey, can you stop there and pick up Citra? We're all out. And I go like,
Oh, balls.
Oh, Jesus. Christmas. There goes your golf
I'm
game.
golfing.
There
I'm
goes
on the
your golf
goddamn
game.
8th hole.
Golf game goes right out the window then.
Steve's got everything at fucking
He really,
garage, dude.
and he
Like,
doesn't. It's not that big, so
No,
I don't know where he's putting it all.
You haven't been to his conference room?
Do we go in the conference room?
No.
I know where it is. In that back left. But
No.
Is
The
it
conference room is the cooler box.
Ah.
Especially in the summers.
we
conference
peeked in. Yeah, we did.
I've
You and
been
I
in
were
the,
there. We were there.
Well, I know I've been there.
Been there a million times.
Several times.
Yeah, I think the day you showed up, I had left just before that.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
Yeah, there's
all
a
right.
major announcement. The owner of 1940s is moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sold my house.
Are you going? Or are you taking the whole shop with you?
No, we're moving. I'm moving closer to the shop so I can be.
Oh, you're moving.
Are you moving into the shop?
Beds and cots galore.
You've been living in Bethpage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally sold the house, and now I can
Kicked all the kids out. Said, go get your own.
say one.
Oh.
And,
Freaking parasites.
Look, it's priceless.
Yeah. Moving out to Holtzville. So
All
I'll
right.
be closer
Oh,
to
you're
the
right
brewery.
there.
Yeah. So I'll be able to go right.
Yay!
All right.
More Charlie at the
Come out
brewery.
and visit.
Yeah, that's a gift and a curse when you're close by. But
Yeah.
it definitely helps.
Close
So-
to everyone else's brewery too. There's a lot more breweries out in Suffolk. So
And obviously, you guys came from way out. So again, thank you very much for coming all the way into Nassau County to enjoy a nice night with us. But yeah, the pouring one. I thought that was delicious. I just wanted to. I want to go back to that process. So, what's the difference between what you guys are doing with some of those strains that you're getting wild and something like a cool ship? What's the difference between that whole or getting wild just like a farmhouse ale or something?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The cool ship is just a catch-all. You're looking to inoculate your beer, and by inoculate I mean just literally let whatever's in the air fall into it. So with a cool ship, you're just looking to catch bugs, aka like yeast and bacteria that are wild in the air that are going to sour and make that beer super funky. And that is just a riot. That is just a crazy bacterial orgy going on in your beer.
it's a great description.
Hold on. Speaking of orgies, this is the Word with Mike at PeteGhostRadio.com. Who do we got on the phone? Hello?
They're gone.
And they just hung up. They heard orgy and said, no, we can't be part of that. I tried to hook them in, but it's all right.
It's a scientific.
Yeah. So we use it all the time in the industry.
So that's what I compare a cool ship to, whereas what we're doing is seeking out one specific genetic individual, one yeast.
And you know where it is? Like, I can go to a blackberry and find that, or I can go to a blueberry and find...
Or it's just luck of the draw, and then you're
It's like
trying
fishing,
to,
right?
Yeah.
You're out there, you're just fishing for that strain. You're looking for it, I guess, like you said, through a microscope. And when you find it, you're like, let's isolate that.
Then just grow it in a petri
promote
dish
it.
and see what
you're
happens.
using the bait, you're using what you think it should grow in, and it should exist there. So, I'm trying to catch it in, brewer's wort or on a petri dish or something like that. And so, for all intents and purposes, it's great, that should exist there. And you're just hoping that whatever's coming off that fruit surface is going to grow happily, and you're going to find it and then be able to
But that takes a lot of time and care, I'd imagine, right? I mean, just a lot of time, I don't want to say coddling it, but really, sitting there with it and paying attention to it. Is there a storage that has to be? Yeah, exactly. Good baby. Is there any special environment that it needs to be sitting in to promote? Is there temperature, different
if you're
gases within the air,
Sure.
percentage?
If you're going to be growing it, or you're going to be using it in beer, the best thing to do is to find an individual that dominates in a beer scenario. So you want to try and grow whatever you're growing in maltose and at the same temperature you think you want to ferment it at.
Okay.
And we're hunting for wild versions of brewer's yeast.
Right.
So brewer's yeast doesn't only exist in breweries. There are undomesticated, let's say, strains. Yes. The best way to compare it is we have so many different breeds of dogs, and for however many hundreds of or thousands of years we've been domesticating dogs. We're doing the same with yeast.
Yeah.
They all came from one source. They came from one species, like a wolf or
At one point it was wild,
bird.
so
Yeah, exactly.
it's just it's like a reproduction of each generation, and then
we've steered its evolution to the point where we even have other evolved distinct species, which you could say a example of that is an example of that, proper grammar,
And?
is lager yeast. It's a distinct species. So anyway, that's why we're like trying to hunt for this yeast in specific conditions, or that make sure that it will behave in specific conditions. Really, just because we want to
you get predictable results.
Yeah, you want to be consistent. You want that person that comes in for the back to the lacto to have had it 6 months ago, and there's a brand new fresh batch on, and it's the same.
Well, I was going to say, isn't that difficult here on Long Island with the seasons? Because if you're trying to get in that same environment, it was 90 degrees yesterday, and then it was 40 degrees in November, December time. So how do you keep that consistency? Is it something that you pull out in that time and then just cultivate throughout the year and make sure that it's ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, we just had to wait. We had we have a wild fermented Weiss beer with blackberries, and we brewed it all summer, and the yeast ran. We harvest our yeast and we keep it going through every batch, and you can hit X amount of generations before you have a drift, and where that taste starts to change. Ian has the exact, the original colony still frozen.
Early man.
Yeah,
early man version of yeast.
And then we just get that early man back up and going, but it takes months and months. So through the winter we didn't have it, and I'd say about 4 months ago we just started building up the colonies again, just to get enough last month to pitch it into a full 5-barrel batch. So
bingo.
Yeah.
To back up a little bit, you guys had mentioned you have a hop farm and you grow hops, and I saw on the label this uses hops from your farm. What varieties do you guys grow?
We grow a few different varieties. They're mainly the bittering edition ones. So we grow nugget hops. We grow Magnum. We grow.
Does it wear sunglasses?
It does.
It's a meme in and of itself.
Chinook
drives a Ferrari.
Yeah, but let me ask you this then, because those are all very prevalent hops. Are they traditional New York hops, or are they stuff that you got the original? I don't know, the seeds.
The
obviously.
rhizome, that's a really good question. People always ask why we don't grow certain varieties, right? So your Citra, your Mosaic, your Galaxy.
Because they grow here, is that?
They can grow here, yeah, but we can't grow them because they're trademarked. They actually, these species are specifically trademarked by these farms that can only grow them. So we could actually get that rhizome and call it its original name.
Crossbreed it and then call it whatever you want.
The tricky thing is everyone reads with, this is the stupidest thing I'm about to say. Everyone reads with their eyes. That's, well, I guess not everyone. There's Braille, but they like to see that they like to see the word Citra, Azaka, Amarillo, like those things sell. So we could always crossbreed it and do something, but I don't know whether or not.
About Citro.
Yeah, just one letter up, one vowel.
Yes,
I'm down with that.
Soitra. I'm like, no, it's Citra. It's just crossbred with something locally. So I mean, I would assume getting those rhizomes and getting them in would be very easy, but then producing something that would still be marketable is more difficult. So you got to build up the brand then.
You got to build up the brand. Your varieties of hops take years to get to a point where their alpha acids are even worthwhile to brew with. So the alpha acids are the bittering agent, and you have alpha and beta acids, and so. The first year we're growing a variety, let's say the goal is 13% alpha. Okay. You might start that 2 to 4% that year. So what we do is we grow them, we take care of them, we chop them down, we don't use them because they're just not,
right.
A
they're not ready
viable piece. A brewery's not going to want to buy them from us. When we used to sell them to other breweries, it's a waste of time because they're having to buy so much more of that hop to get the alpha level that they need, the IBUs that they're going for. So it takes years to even get that. Wow, we waste a lot of time doing things.
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
Just thinking
but that's how you build that up, though. Once you have that up there, it's kind of like grapes. I remember I bought a grape tree, I guess, whatever. Vine, sure.
Vine? It's a vine.
Yeah. And the first year I go, it's sour. I'm like, ugh, why did I do this? It took like 2 or 3 years before they actually start producing grapes you can probably want to eat. And even if that, you still got to do certain things to the soil, and you still got to do certain things with what you're feeding it and the watering, and that's all got to be hard. On top of having a brewery, you have a farm. So what are the challenges of having an entire farm out there on top of brewing? You have a staff dedicated to farming?
It's
or
just Ian and I, but I should
it's
say
just you got
family.
Yeah. I'm on a tractor and he's back there sniffing the rhizomes.
Yeah. It's wild. We are definitely, it's very difficult to balance the running of the brewery and the farm. But we are lucky enough to have family that's always has our back and wants us to put our best foot forward. So Ian's parents My father-in-law, who's Ian's uncle, they'll be out in the field helping us after they wrap up a day because there's a full wholesale greenhouse operation on the farm.
Jesus Christ!
So they work and do that, and then they'll still come out and help us.
Wow,
with
that's
everything.
It seems a huge challenge to not only have all the challenges of a brewery, but then all the challenges of a farm here on Long Island. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
This is the word Mike at PeakUpsRadio.com. Who do we got on the phone? Hello. They hung up again.
Fucking hung up again.
I don't know. Yeah, and we took them right away, pretty much.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Graz?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Listen, if you're calling in or if you're trying to prank us, we can do this all night long.
Oh, we're gonna do the prank thing again?
No, that was fun. But if you are calling in and you'd like to speak to us, it's 516-465-3990. 516-513-0515 is the phone line. Here in the studio, talk to Pete and Ian or Jeff. We'll get to you in just a moment about any questions you have about the brewery and about the farm. I want to get to this past year. So you've been fully open and operational over the year. What's been the hardest thing to kind of to say? What was the hardest challenge you had throughout that year?
I had a baby right before we opened the brewery.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
So not jumping.
They're
off
little
a
time
bridge.
vampires.
No, I think it's and Charlie can definitely echo this because he's gone through it all. I guess your biggest challenge is getting that door initially open, all the hoops you have to jump through, working with the town, working with different politicians, working with structural engineers, architects. So we've been open for a year to the public, but there was a year and a half before those doors even opened of legwork going on.
We see it with
That
all
doesn't
the
even
new
seem that
breweries
bad, a
opening.
year and a half to get
No,
the
it's
doors open.
honestly it's not, and it's with any business that you're trying to do. It's not just the brewery industry, but it is a little difficult because the industry is still relatively young out here. I'm not saying there's not breweries that are 20, 30 years old, but at least out by us, out east, it's slowly starting to grow. So towns are grabbing their heads around how to treat all those things. We're located in a.
I don't know why he's calling me. That's Graz, why are you calling me? What? Hold on. Go ahead. What?
There seems to be a problem with your phones, dumbass. I'm getting texts from people.
What's the phones?
I don't know.
We had Dennis on. Dennis has been fine. The phones are fine.
Whatever you did after that, it's hanging up supposedly.
All right, you're hanging up. Call me back on the studio line, and we'll prove this wrong because I put them on hold. I don't just go right to the phones when they start ringing like people.
I haven't called either. I know you
all right. So you call me, and we'll settle this right now. Yes, there you go. Watch this. All right, let's see if he's right because we had Dennis on the phone, and it took 2 seconds. Pete's doing the right thing and touching the phone twice. So I don't understand how that can be, but let's take a look-ski. Hold on. This is the Word with Mike at PeakUpsRadio.com. Who's on the phone?
Bull crap.
Yeah.
See, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. The phones are really broken. Anyone watching on Facebook or YouTube,
Graz.
there has been no problems with the phones. Pete's been pushing the correct button. And anyone that calls in, listen, this is how our radio show works as opposed to maybe other people. We do take you directly to the air, but right, so I'm going to put you off for a second. We do take you directly to the air, but you may not hear anything right away. You'll hear a little blip, and that means you're on hold, and then we will put you to the air and you just hung up on me. See, he got angry.
You're angry.
I'm not angry. He's angry that I hung up. See, and he's fine, and we didn't hang up on him. He hung up on us. So there you go. Anyone calling in, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. All the Facebook people are probably chatting about this. Like, the phones don't work. Their phones are fine. They just called in. All right. Anyway, going back to it. Tech Talk with O'Toole.
Rhizomes.
They don't call you on the phone. They just go on the ground, grow nicely.
Yes. They're not angry people on the phone. Angry typing people. This isn't what I signed up for free. So it's been a challenge. I mean, a lot of breweries that are starting up are having that same challenge.
Yeah.
We've followed Ken from Secatog through his. We're following Ryan 27A through his.
Steve and Billy from Hopwinds.
Yeah, Steve and Billy from Hopwinds through theirs. Who else did we? Long
the guys
Beach.
from Long Beach.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were just talking to them too. Speaking of trying to help out those guys, there's an awesome welder that we all use. A lot of us use when you need some stainless steel welded correctly. Pete.
As opposed to incorrect.
As opposed to incorrect, that leaks.
Shit just flies everywhere.
Yeah. But actually, Long Beach had reached out because they were so pinched to produce some beer that they were, looking for some help to get some things brewed and stuff to help them out. Because they ran into a bunch of, issues, not only I think with the town, but some, equipment coming in.
Really, the city of Long Beach is giving them a problem.
No way, son of a bitch!
You're kidding me?
Is it actual Long Beach?
No, I'm
it's
sorry.
Oceanside.
Actually, it would be Oceanside.
Yes, great. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are finding that they initially signed up for, it's going to be, probably just a year and you'll be fine. It's going on a year and a half, 2 years. Some people are having a lot more trouble than others, and then the government shutdown for a while screwed everything up.
Yeah, that definitely hurt a lot of people. But no, I think it's just sticking with it, and then it's perseverance in that first year. It's understanding that your opening day is going to be amazing, and it's just you hope to keep growing and getting your name out there. Ian and I, we don't really distribute too much. Mainly everything is consumed in-house. We distribute to a few restaurants and bars locally, and that's it. Because it's just two of us also doing. I was
gonna say it's overwhelming to then sign contracts for distro and have all this pressure on you to make
more
it.
beer,
we could get taps
and then you have to
everywhere.
make more time.
Exactly, but it's keeping up with that. Exactly. Yeah, I can't.
And I'm going to assume that then you're actually, making a living out of this, so you don't really at this point have the need. There's no pressure to do that. No. If you're going through that incremental progress as most of the breweries do, they're finding that it's working out for them and they can survive on that and make it work, and they're happy like that. A lot of people actually are very happy with not being worldwide distribution.
Oh, absolutely. We've gone from this wanting to be this giant mecca that's in every state to understand that you have a local community that can support you and keep it going, and it's just keeping them, excited and happy. And
I was just talking to Mike about that. Mike, we were just talking in the car on the way here, saying he's still just sitting out. Boston, Canton, so much stuff going on up there, Castle Island, Trillium, and all that. We were saying you still every time you're just waiting for that the bubble to burst, and nothing has kind of dropped yet, and still there's more breweries opening, new one opening up by you again. Oh, hold on, you got to push that button. There you go.
There I am.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I keep waiting for to all the breweries just stop. Everything starts closing up, and only the strong survive, but they just keep coming.
No, yeah,
it's great.
And
local, you said, they just produce a certain amount for a certain area, and those are the people go there, and that's it.
Everyone's happy with it.
To sustain their business that way.
Yeah. I think for us, and again, Charlie can echo this because I hope everyone's gonna say this. It's you just care about your quality and your consistency in it. So as long as you're nailing that, I think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be naturally okay. People are gonna still want to come and experience that, and you guys have a really nice space considering that you're on a farm. So I'm sure you have a really nice outside area.
Well, we're actually not on a farm. We're actually in an old firehouse.
Oh,
yeah. So zoning issues. We were supposed to open on our farm. Our farm is right down the road.
Yeah, I've seen the signs for it.
Yeah. So we had all intentions. So even before the year and a half of trying to get the firehouse going, there was a year plus of trying to get it open on the farm. And zoning codes in the town that we're at, there was nothing defined, so they were a little reluctant to approve us right away.
With all the wineries operating on farms?
Yeah, I think
it seems ironic, right?
Yeah, well, because
that would be.
And what about
easier.
Jamesport? They're doing fine on the
town of Riverhead. They're right at the corner. So we are operating in the town of Riverhead right now. The town that our farm is in Southold. There were definitions in Riverhead to allow it. So it's a little. It's definitely tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
We haven't
they have a bunch of. There's a bunch of vineyards and opening tasting rooms in Southold, aren't there?
Yeah, but I think
there still are a little bit, but
or
it's in the code.
Or
there's the code.
Or is it? Or are the wineries the reason you couldn't get?
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, it's a
could have been
double-edged sword. Yeah, but no, they're great. I think what it is there's so many out there right now. The town is pulling back. They just want to make sure they've got everything defined and good to go. So for us to be a brewery, we still have this rap of being a bar. They don't wrap a lot of town officials and a lot of people in general don't wrap their head around what a tasting room is. And not only is it just an experience, it's not like you're there. Hopefully you're enjoying a bunch of pints and flights and enjoying yourselves, but it's not to be there for 5 hours.
Playing darts.
Yeah, gassing beers back. You want to try the 12 beers, maybe just in flights and enjoy them that way. And
get some stuff to go.
It's about the experience. It's not about the going there to get drunk kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, although it happens.
I know. Yeah. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, like all weekend with me.
Yeah. So you had the anniversary weekend, and how'd it go? So give us a little rundown of this past weekend.
It was a whirlwind. I mean, it's
Yeah.
done already somehow.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't know how that happened.
it was great. The main event was Saturday,
Okay.
and it was on the exact day 1 year later that we opened. And
Had some great weather for it, huh? I mean, it was a little hot on Saturday, but
it was a little muggy. But we had the
it wasn't pouring like for weeks at a time, and that was
right.
That's key.
That was the biggest concern was the weather, because we have a big 40-foot door that opens up to kind of bring the outside in. So. So no, it worked out good. We had 2 food trucks. We had Matataco and Eat Me, Drink Me, and we had 2 live bands, and they tore it up. Dr. Groove, and then the other band had no name because it was just my friends that volunteered to play and drink beer all day.
What kind of music did Dr. Groove play?
So Dr. Groove were a lot of members of funking. Their other band
ska.
is Funkin'
It was all
A.
ska.
Yeah,
Nice. I would have been there. Son of a bitch.
Real Big Fish renamed
Nice.
themselves. Yeah.
Listen, Real Big Fish played at Blue Point, and they also did the beer tour, whatever untapped brew tour. During the night of their concert up at Paramount.
Oh, nice.
So they were actually on it, and then whenever brewed, they stopped at 3 different breweries, and then people were like, oh, and they dressed in their full on-stage gear and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they just went around and got it. They love beer. I mean, obviously by the name, but they love craft beer. They're big craft beer advocates.
Awesome.
So those are that's why I kind of, not besides the fact, I do like a little ska.
We know.
I know. What about your buddy's band? What are they into?
So they're definitely a funk band, but they did they were able to play covers and things like that. So they tore up this Rolling Stone jam, and they just did a really good job because we have a lot of different. We're not just 21 to 28-year-olds. We're a big we have a lot of families that come through. So our main demographic is 25 to 35, but then everyone in that, or a lot of people in that age bracket have little kids and things like that, and then our parents and we have. Everyone from a 75-year-old down to a 21-year-old. So they covered a bunch of different songs, and everyone really had a good time. So,
that's cool. Yeah, Pete and I both have little kids, and that's one of the things we look for is the fact that they have, they're open, they have games, they have stuff outside. It just gives them something to do while I taste a lot of beers. It just makes sense. Why wouldn't you have that concept? I mean, most do. I don't know too many that don't, right? I mean,
I
not
think
too many breweries out there. They're all dog and kid friendly at this point.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, you just said before, it's all about being experienced.
Right.
And we want families to experience a good time and feel comfortable and welcome. So it's a no-brainer just to
I was
build the community that way.
At 1940s at a good duo. I forget her name. Great singer. It was on that. Yes. Yeah. Very good. It was good.
Highly effective.
Yes. Yes. Highly effective. That was correct. Very good. I mean, that's one of the great things also. Local live music is exploding at breweries across Long Island. I mean, that's one of the main outlets that most of these places have. If you're just a duet or even a trio with a couple of acoustic instruments or something like that, doing great. It's a great little subculture that goes on. Absolutely.
I mean, I think, and actually, speaking of that, Charlie, I hate to make you do this again, man. Do you mind grabbing? There's another 4-pack in there. It's an Imperial IPA.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I figure we can handle it. It's called Imperial Pierce the Ale.
I gotta stretch my shit out.
Yeah. Get ready. We have a flagship IPA, Pierce the Ale. It's a West Coast style. It's got a lot of nice bitterness to it. It's not a New England style.
Is it named after Pierce the Veil?
So it's kind
Pierce
of
Brosnan.
Yeah. So my son's name is Pierce, but that's it. But also Pierce the Veil. We're a huge music fan, so we have a lot of beers with music puns. On it. In fact, Pierce the Veil reached out to us, and we shipped him out a case. Nice. Yeah, the lead singer reached out to us, which was pretty dope. But everything's local. So we have local music, but also we have a local artist that designs all of our cans.
Cool.
He's around our age trying to get the business up and running. Local food trucks, everything. It's a huge.
Mike's
thing.
coming in.
Yeah.
As Mike comes in, here's a little Pierce the Veil for those of you who don't know.
There it is.
See, it's right on the cusp of something Pete would like, and then the singing comes in, and he's like, nah. He's more of a Lamb of God,
Well, Lamb
sort
of
of
God's amazing too, but
fuck
yeah. What
almost
were you
sounds
saying?
like the I don't know, like punkish or Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah,
for sure.
In that same
vein, for sure.
That surely. Oh, let me finish my saison.
Yeah, so So this actually ended up cruising a little more in fermentation than we thought. So this is 10.2%.
Oh, let me turn this down. Sorry.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but we, we tried to make it smooth, as smooth as we could. So it's very similar to
That
our
is cool
flagship IPA. Yeah, he does a really
cool.
good job. Yeah.
I like that. I think I saw that on your Instagram. I went, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the artwork part. We always talk about that. I'm becoming less all about it because there's just so much good artwork. It's becoming less and less surprising that so much good artwork is coming on these cans.
Yeah.
But when I like simplistic. I like simple concepts and then just done without all the hoopla and whatnot. So
yeah, we took this kind of Cali approach to everything. There's a lot of breweries out in California that are simple line work and short and sweet, and we want them all to still kind of, you can tell it's the same company, but still have like its own characteristic on it. Again, like thank God there are people out there that know how to draw or are creative, because I can at least make the beer.
Or use Illustrator. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
I'm really good at Microsoft Paint 98.
Yeah. Or Print Shop. Remember Print Shop?
Oh God, yeah.
On the thing with the dots, and it's like used to make big banners out of 15 different pieces of paper, and it just said, "Hi, welcome home."
That's your impression of a dot matrix
How else
printer?
How else am I going to do a dot matrix printer? I don't know.
Change the ribbon.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't make much of a noise, does it?
No, I just remember.
I know.
Anyway.
It's like I can't do it. Oh well. So the past weekend was phenomenal. We had a really great experience. A lot of people coming out. Any new timers come out for the first anniversary?
Yeah, so that was pretty great to have the new timers, but actually the best part, I mean, thank you everyone who came out that was brand new, but was to see the same people that showed up opening day that had no idea who the hell we were and have become friends and family. You end up meeting these customers that come in and they're maybe just there once a weekend to pick a 4-pack up and go home, but they're your lifeblood, and they end up, you get to know them. And Ian and I, our families are always there. My son, he just turned 1. He's always there, and you get to know. They bring their kids. You get to know these people. I remember.
You got him in that little walker thing throughout the bumping into brewery.
Yeah, my son's now obsessed with a floor squeegee, and he keeps him upright. So he also works evidently. Don't tell the labor commission that one.
He's family. He's family. It's fine.
Yeah, he really sucks at it.
It's not against the rules
yet. But yeah, man, it's so there was newcomers. There were definitely a lot of returning guests, and really surreal. It still hasn't set in that we've kept this open for a year. It hasn't set in sometimes that it's our brewery. I've worked for in the industry for quite some time.
It's our brewery.
Yeah, it's like wow,
that's mine.
Yeah.
It's like having a kid. You're like, wait, that one over, that's mine.
Yeah.
Gotta go home with that one.
Yeah. At least I can leave the brewery at home when it
that's a good point.
Where it is.
Just pat it nice and say good night. See you tomorrow.
Yep. No, absolutely. But yeah, I'd say for me the best part of the weekend was definitely just the large group of people and seeing what we've done in a year, which was really cool. Yeah.
That was my first taste of it. Woo.
Yeah. So going from the sour to that is going to be definitely probably we could have been better at choosing something to come next, but I was excited to try it.
Good. Excited.
Yeah. So we wanted to do something that it's been our highest ABV beer we've done all grain. And I
don't know why I had that on. That's just not right. It shouldn't have gone there. The sound should have been off.
Yeah. This beer was a good pressure test for our system, like figuring out like how big could we go.
Yeah, how many hundreds of
at
pounds
least
of grain.
10.2.
Yeah. We figured that out.
Yeah.
What's next? The quadruple? Let's go.
Exactly.
Push the whole thing to the limit. So what's the aspiration? What's the next level here for the brewery? What are we thinking for
we just
the
had
next
some
year?
Questions like that recently. It's right now we've got a lot of collaborations coming down the pipeline that we want to see come to fruition. They all just kind of lined up one after another. We're doing one with
anything you can announce.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, I think we can talk about both of them, right?
Yeah. If you want to talk about Rob's first.
Yeah. One that's almost done and we're going to release this weekend is we're calling it First Step for Sleep. It's a collaboration with his name's Rob Raffa. He's formerly the head brewer at Mustache Brewing Company. Now he's working for Long Island Farm Brewery, which is a startup. And,
I saw that. That's pretty cool. They just bought a new facility a couple weeks ago.
They're putting a whole new facility, and they're a farm family as well.
Yeah.
So we're stoked about that.
Yeah.
To have them in.
That's cool.
So
I think my mom's like this now because she knows I do this, and she goes, I saw something on Newsday. You have to check this out. So she sent me the article through the app or whatever. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. I'm pretty sure I saw that or it came up on my feed, but I appreciate that.
Nah, Mom's always looking out.
Oh.
You're on her mind at least.
I know.
That's a good sign.
Yeah,
but she said, I saw that pop up, so that's cool.
Yeah. And he's kind of trying to do his own piece too, Rob. And his company is called Uber Geek. And he'll be doing a lot of, kind of pushing the envelope on styles and going more on the science piece. As you can tell from Ian, science is huge for him. Rob's just as much of a nerd and loves science, so they kind of collab because if you want to talk about like kind of the inspiration behind.
Well, let me ask you this: you obviously got a degree in science. What was the specific?
My master's was in biology, so I was fortunate enough to actually study brewers yeast in college. We were actually doing fun stuff like swapping genes around and seeing how they flocculated. So
I did something different,
cool.
but not studying science.
Of course.
I swapped genes around in another way.
But yeah, so like having my science background and having Rob being like just like another big science-focused person, so he wanted to create a sour that was also themed around the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. So we're kind of making this Spaceman ice cream inspired sour. So it's going to be a strawberry, like a sweet strawberry sour with vanilla added, and it's just it's really cool.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's a Berliner Weiss, so low ABV, kettle soured with strawberry puree and then Madagascar vanilla beans to kind of give it that sweetness. So like when you ate the freeze dried ice cream as a kid, like that. The strawberry part is kind of the inspiration behind it.
Right.
We actually Rob went on Amazon and got freeze-dried ice cream. Dude, it's still just as good.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Like some things, when you're a
always
kid,
hated
you
it.
think is amazing, and then you're like, oh, as an adult, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. That was
Freeze-dried
actually
ice
good.
cream's still amazing.
Yeah.
You
I
hate it?
never
Melts
liked
in your
it.
mouth. It's so good.
Melts in your mouth.
I got one of those pens though that you can write upside down.
Mike's got one of those. Mike's got one of those pens too. It's a different. He doesn't write upside down though, unless he wants to.
So yeah, we got.
Yeah,
that
you can push a
collab.
button. You can talk.
That's good.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
So that's a collab we're really excited about.
And those are coming out very soon.
That's coming out this weekend. And then another one we have in the pipeline is actually probably really special for Pete. I'll let him talk about that one.
Yeah, so I learned to brew in New Hampshire. I lived up there for 7 years.
Where?
Out in the Portsmouth area. I went to grad school at UNH, so I was.
I went to school at St. Anselm in New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, right on.
Right.
Yeah.
I partied at UNH.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. I went there for grad school. I feel like it's not as exciting.
No.
Like, I'm that weird. They think I'm weird and old. I was 22 at the time, but they're like, oh, this guy's old as fuck. Get him out of here.
Freshman girls don't want 22-year-olds. They really don't.
They like the seniors
Yes.
that are just finding themselves. So they don't want like
Makes
a
them feel better
grump
about that.
at 22. Like, the world sucks. But
You're just sitting up there. You had parties like, just wait till y'all graduate. It's all gonna fucking suck.
It's all gonna go downhill.
He's such a not fun pie. I just want to get drunk. Let's get drunk.
But I was able to.
I was living my college
dude, I
life
love it.
again.
I worked at a brewery called Earth Eagle. They kind of made a footprint up there for brewing gruits. They used
We like
obviously a lot of colonial style brewing. So a good friend of mine, Alex, co-started it, and he just came down for a collab this weekend. We brewed it's a slightly soured IPA. So it's we kettle soured a beer just for a day to drop the pH down. We're adding El Dorado. There's a little bit of Citra in it and cashmere hops. So because when you slightly drop or increase the acidity of a beer, when you drop the pH, you get a lot more like citrus and floral notes. So it actually pops the hops a lot more than you'd anticipate. And it was a beer that I hadn't brewed yet down here, and he hadn't brewed up there. So we came down and did that. That's still bubbling away right now, fermenting. So, but it was kind of cool. It's called, the beer's going to be called Cut Your Teeth. And because he kind of helped me cut my teeth on brewing, showed me everything. And I think that's what the brewing industry does. Like, you're able to either if you're a volunteer or you work your way up. Like I started there as a bartender, got into just volunteering to like scrub the floors and do things in the back, clean equipment, and then you're starting to watch these guys do things, and years later, you're able to, be their assistant brewer and kind of work your way through. So
Right.
it was pretty awesome to have a guy that's a major inspiration in my life come down for my 1 year and do something fun like that, who's leaps and bounds above my
I'm sure he had a lot of nice things to say about what you guys have done and accomplished in this first year.
Oh yeah. Well, he's part of the reason I'm pretty hungover still. So.
He just kept feeding you stuff.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like,
just both of us, bad influences. Yeah, actually, I had about eight friends, half of them in the brewing industry, come down from New Hampshire for that. I had a buddy fly all the way out from Bend, Oregon.
Wow.
For it to celebrate. So we're.
And it's that kind of community. People will
really
come out
is.
for you and show the support all over the place.
For sure.
And so for the next, like I said, the next step, we're looking to just.
I think work with people. So Charlie, if you ever open the collab and do something fun, I think it's
He's like,
working.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow, I'll be there.
I think it's working in with people who have been in the industry for a long time. And the other piece is expanding our barreling program. Now we can actually age things for more than a few months because we're more than a few months old. So it's keeping
Do you have stuff sitting in barrels right now? So I would imagine.
Yeah, we got some weird, cool stuff. We had released so we started brewing about 2 months before we opened a stockpile beer, and the beers that we chose to do. So we opened in the summertime pretty much. Odd beers to start with. A 8.5% Belgian double.
Yes, please.
And a 7% breakfast stout. Things that not necessarily when you're sweating your balls off, you're gonna be like, yes, I want that. But we did that on purpose because we wanted to start a barreling program right away.
Okay.
So I took the Belgian double and candied dates and added it to 121 proof whiskey rye barrel from Long Island Spirits. Let's just go crazy.
Yeah, just go crazy.
Yeah.
What's that? What do you think that's going to come out at?
So that was that.
Oh, it did come
came
out.
So it came out. It actually the beer started itself at 7.5% and went up to 8.5%. It didn't go crazy. We stopped it. We re-fermented in barrel. The breakfast stout is 7.5%. We just blended a new breakfast stout on top of that with local North Fork Roasting Company coffee beans and North Fork chocolate, dark chocolate. So that's churning away.
Cool.
I then blended a Scotch Wee Heavy into the barrel that the Belgian double came out of, but we added figs and raisins to it as well.
A little more sugar, a little more fermenting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to boost that one up. So, and then we're lucky. We're in wine country. So, I have a good friend. He's the head winemaker at Pindar. He floated us some barrels that they were worried about Brett because Brett's not good for them, but it's good for us.
But it's good for you.
So we have a couple of Pinot Meunier barrels, which I didn't even know what that. I love wine.
I don't know what is.
Is that red?
Right?
That's a red, right?
It's a red.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a it's kind of like a Merlot, but not as dry. But they were worried about a little bit of Brett getting into some of these barrels. So we're lucky enough that they pulled the wine out, and that day I got the barrel and filled it with. One of them was filled with our Amur Huckleberry, which is a wild fermented huckleberry saison.
I was gonna say something like that would go well, or a Goza or a sour, something like that would be cool.
And then the other beer that went in was our Bucket Rides, which is our Blackberry Weiss beer. And it's just been, those sit for a long time. Those we won't pull out yet. They've already got the reddish hue, and they're starting to get that nice Brett character, but also that warmth from the wine. I mean, there was a little bit of wine still sloshing in it when we added it in, which is pretty
cool.
great. Yeah, so I think a goal for us always is get out to the farm eventually, open up a barreling program out there, a small tasting room, hire people, I guess, because we can't do that.
Can't do this all by yourself.
Can you call that a Pindar collab then?
Yeah, I guess you could definitely call it a Pindar collab. And these other beers that I'm mentioning that we aged in the 121 proof rye barrels, those were as
Long
a
Island
crow.
Spirits.
Yeah, Long Island Spirits. As a crow's fly, it's 5 minutes down the way. And
Nice.
we became friends with the head distiller there. And there's been a changeover of distillers, but we just did a collab with Brickhouse, and the assistant brewer actually was able to get a job, and now he's the head distiller at Long Island Spirits.
Oh, he went there too. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So
what the hell are they gonna do?
Paul had an assistant brewer.
What are they gonna do at Brickhouse?
Do they have any new brewers?
They
there?
do actually.
Okay,
They
good.
took a dude from.
Chris Dolan from Blue
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Was he assistant brewer over at Blue Point?
I don't know what his title was over at Blue Point.
But he learned, obviously, so he knows what he's doing.
He's only had been in Blue Point for maybe 2 years, I think.
Right
at the
place,
most,
right
maybe
time.
3.
You know how it
He
goes.
was in basically right place, right time.
Shit. Yeah. So they took that. Well, yeah, because there's been a lot of movement in the last few months. We got word that Ivan from Oyster Bay moved over to LIC. Obviously, that Paulie went over down to Ghost and is going to be doing that in the next few weeks. He's going to open really soon.
Yeah,
everything was already done.
Yeah.
He just has to walk in and brand it.
Yeah, he and you know why so Paul's awesome. He's really passionate. Paul, myself, Tim from Brewers Collective, and Mike Philbrick from Jamesport from Port Jeff Brewing Company. We sit on the Long Island Brewers Guild board, and again, we're trying to grow this. And Charlie's always at the meetings. Charlie's hosted meetings. Like, we're trying to keep this community going. And
Charlie, you have a T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
Wear the T-shirt to the meeting.
I
No. I don't mean the 1940s one. I mean the one we gave you. We gave you.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so I'll just give you a quick story while I'll say because it just popped in my mind. So Dan Moss from Fire Island, before he left, and now he's with. Did we make this announcement already?
No, let's not.
Okay, all right, we won't say it. But he's with somebody now.
Yep.
All right, so we don't have to say.
He's a good friend of
ours. One of the things that got us started on our second show is he wore our shirt to the brewing of the
Beer Week.
Craft Beer Week.
Craft Cares.
Yeah.
Craft Care. So all the pictures online, all the Facebook stuff, he's literally right in front with our shirt on. And now all of a sudden we can call and make a phone call, and we have people coming in, and it helped us. Same thing, just all about the local, businesses and the local concept, and just trying to keep everything right here. So very, very cool. And so I'm sure that as you guys go out, and we had who wore one? Was it Steve from Hopwinds?
Yeah.
Steve from Hopwinds wore our shirt to the opening of the Hopscotch Bottle Shop in Deer Park. We went there for Friday's opening, so big shout out to Mark and doing a great job over there. And I'm sure he's going to start now going around and contacting some of the local breweries and getting you guys in there ASAP.
Nice little shop.
Yeah, no, we're stoked to be here. I mean, I realized you had reached out to us when we were first opening, and and on top of running the business, I was trying to run the Instagram account. And,
it's a job in and of itself, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's also like my humor is pretty dirty, so I realized like you also have to edit yourself.
We've been pretty good. I'm going to say this has been a really tame.
Yeah, no.
So far, so good. We've all been really good.
My mom's like
just
it
no, don't ruin it.
Well, I mean,
now I'm gonna get so.
It
wasn't me. It was the other Pete. It was the other.
So, Mama Pete, don't listen. Turn the YouTube feed off on the phone and send Data Pete away.
You got to tame it down, and so. I hadn't realized that you guys had sent us a message, and
no one checks their DMs.
When did we set this up? Like not that long ago.
No, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm on it, and I think you guys had sent a message about like a congrats or something coming up, and I'm like, oh, there's a message above that. I'm like, holy shit, they asked us to be on it. So we're very stoked to be here and be part of that too.
No. Yeah, that's no problem with us.
Yeah. No.
I'm
both
just
Pete
a
and
space invader. I just come. I love it. They had one. That was it. I've been here.
We have a couple of regulars on the show. Charlie and Steve Pominski. Steve comes in a lot, and of course maybe this guy. This is the Word with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who's on the phone?
How you doing? It's Anthony from Bayside Brewery. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Anthony. What's going on, buddy?
Not much.
Thanks a lot for calling in, pal. How are you?
Things are going well. We're driving around delivering a lot of bottles these last 3 days, so super excited about all that.
So speaking of which, we have Pete and Ian in from North Fork Brewery. We're talking about their past year and all the trials and tribulations, and you guys are on your way starting up to get your brewery up and running. So give us a little quick history about how you guys got started and what you guys have been doing in the last few months to try to get this going.
Really got started pretty long time ago back in the garage in Bayside, Queens. Home brewing with a good buddy of mine. Bought some small grade commercial equipment, just started really going after it. With the idea of going into business, not really as much as a hobby. And, luckily found out I had some hidden talent behind that paddle.
Yeah.
And just kept going with it. Then, we did a whole Kickstarter thing with Long Island University. I was a student there going for accounting, finishing my senior year. They branched me out a whole bunch of interns from all departments of the university. It was super magical. Raised a lot of attention, made some commercials with the ballet team, used a lot of the
ballet team. Hold on. Wait, you caught me there. Wait, go, Anthony, hold on.
All right.
Go back to what you just said. How did you get involved with it?
Yeah, so LIU Post, they have a professional dance company on their campus.
And they perform at the Telus Center, yep.
Yeah, so,
okay, good. All right.
Me being super into classical music, my younger sister, she was in, classical dance competitively, figure skating, so spent a lot of time always going into the city, watching the shows, really developed a passion for it, so when we were talking about Kickstarter commercials and Kickstarter videos, I thought it'd be an awesome idea to, kind of pair, like a great musical composition with, me brewing the beer.
Got it. All right, now I see the connection. I was wondering at first where that was going, but that's pretty cool. That's very.
So yeah, it was sweet. I got a chance to, pick whatever free available music was, classically available.
Right.
They put a routine together. We had a big filming productions. The video quality was super great. At the end, we showered them with roses. It was an awesome time.
So you guys started brewing in, just your garage, your backyard, or whatever it was. And so how did it get to the point where you are now at, local places pouring and stuff like that?
So, how we winded up there, we were really just, I was really just trying to get my name out there. I had a couple bucks saved up because I had went to college, then started working, and then went back to college. So I had a couple dollars saved up for the business. But we never had enough money to officially get ourselves launched. So, a lot of networking out there, doing charity events, just trying to meet, people in the industry, things like that. And eventually what wound up happening was we fell short of actually getting funding for like a full brewery, and everybody was graduating college, so trying to get this thing to the market. Well, we had a lot of hype from the Kickstarter and pre-orders. We had a couple of distributors coming into the office the school gave us to meet with us.
That's an interesting
so we had a lot of
path.
attention, so we really wanted to get the beer to people, but there was no way. So about like 6 to 8 months goes by, found a couple more bucks funding.
Mm-hmm.
I bought some kegs and a van, which I then custom built into cold storage, put taps on the side.
There you go.
And I started renting extra tank space over at Custom Craft Brewers in Rochester, and trucking the beer down here to the city and self-distributing throughout Nassau, Queens, Manhattan, and a little bit upstate New York.
Nice.
So I've been doing that for the last year and a half. I brew it, I sell it, I deliver it, and things are going well. So we really wanted to get an opportunity to get into, some type of packaging this summer.
Right.
So when I was
So do you think you can get it canned up
around,
there?
Yeah, well, I was shopping around and, see places maybe that had canning lines available, and the cans are super in right now. We make, our Bayside Ale is a very classic traditional beer.
Okay.
My style of brewing, I really like those timeless flavors. So our Bayside Ale is a nice hybrid between an Oktoberfest, the West Coast IPA, little English ale malts in there.
Oh, okay.
Really makes a nice balance.
Yeah, right.
Brew. So we wound up going with bottles. We were shopping around here on Long Island to try and get cans out.
Are you doing cork and cage with the bottles?
What was that?
Are you doing cork and cage with the bottles, or are you just doing standard aluminum capping?
Oh, yeah, no, aluminum tap, 12-pack, 6-packs.
Okay, all right. So you're doing standard 12-ounce bottles, yeah.
Really trying to push the idea that the Bayside is, it's meant for a couple. There's nothing too extreme about it.
Right.
4.6% alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Under 140 calories, something smooth, something refreshing for everybody.
So Michelob Light. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding with you. I had to throw something in there. No, I hear you.
It's more like Mick Ultra.
No, I'm sorry. Well, I said Michelob. Well, whatever. Michelob Light.
I would say it's kind of like if, it's got like maybe the closest thing you could find to it out there, I would say maybe would be a Sierra Nevada Pale.
Okay.
But I would say just a little more fruity, a little more malty, a little more smoother on the swallow.
Okay.
But it's that style of product, and you guys definitely get your hands on some.
Fucking A, we would do it. Listen, are you actively looking for a place to brew? Or are you looking for a brick and mortar to kind of set up shop in?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always on the hunt. I was actually looking at a place in Brooklyn today.
Okay.
That might be coming available. I'm always trying to find that. Obviously, I got. I've been home brewing for over a decade on commercial equipment and brewing up in Rochester. I got a bunch of flavors I'd really love to get out to the people, but the business model I run, without your own house, it's really hard to.
That's
push a
the
lot of
difficult
multiple
path.
flavors out there.
It's hard because all you're doing is creating, smaller batches and then just you're going through it so quickly, trying to just get your name out there. It's hard to keep up and keep that, I guess, momentum going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I really just stick with the one main beer right now. Really pushing the Bayside Ale to be a traditional classic.
And do you have any festivals or anything you're going to be pouring at in the upcoming few weeks over the summer? Or something like that?
I do a private label.
Okay.
Made a super awesome summer beer, a little more on the craftier side. It's got a nice flake maize base with spiced with coriander and lemon. Unfiltered.
Seems like a summer beer to me.
Yeah, that's for Queens Bully.
Yeah.
In Forest Hills, and they're doing a block party July 13th.
Block party! Oh shit! I'm gonna tell Nicky Nux. Yo, let me get Nicky Nux.
So I'm gonna be there with the beer van
Oh,
Bayside
shit.
and Queens Bully. Also gonna be there with the T-shirt gun, blasting off.
It's gonna be like that commercial with
T-shirt gun.
T-shirt gun. No, like the spiral T-shirt rapid fire one. That would be.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that commercial for State Farm? It's a State Farm commercial.
Oh, no.
Where the music comes on and then the mascot behind the counter just has like a 5 rapid fire T-shirt gun. Oh,
I
you
have
got
not.
I
come
need to
on.
buy one now, though.
Yeah, I want one. I want one of those.
No, it's the best. It's the best accessory to bring to a beer
Yeah,
event. I
sure
bring it
is.
everywhere.
People are gonna lose their
Everywhere we go
minds
with
over
it.
T-shirt guns.
We bring,
They'll start punching people in the
Koozies
face.
are corny as shit.
I know. Well, we did koozies, so thanks, Pete. God damn it. We do T-shirts, but we don't have a T-shirt gun. So maybe
Well, now we need one.
Listen, Anthony, we're going to be at Fifth Hammer Brewing Company on July 21st. If you are available and you're in the area, come on by, man. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I'm always driving around the beer van, either trying to get a sale or doing a drop off. So, I could definitely pop on over.
Yeah.
If you guys love to have me. I'd
Park
love
the
to
van
do
right
that.
outside, and you get publicity up and down. We got a bunch of different bloggers coming and a bunch of different video outposts. We got Black and Tan coming down. We're going to have the gentleman from Brew York. We're going to have, who's the other one they said they do a blog online? Oh,
Me too.
You're going to be there? Oh, hi, Kraz. Oh, balls. Hold on. I'm going to shut your mic off for just a sec. Hold on. Get Charlie,
All
get.
right.
My son is here?
Yes.
Dad.
Oh, hold on. Let me finish with Anthony. Anthony, so whoa. And we're gonna have the beer swipers. Beer swipers who also does the blog. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Are gonna be down there at the brewery. So come on down, Anthony. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send me the information on the Instagram link, and so I know what time to get there. And
Perfect. We will.
I'll make sure I'm there.
Give us the big plug. Tell us where people can find you and where they can get into contact with you if they're looking for some Bayside Ale.
All right, absolutely. Well, you can always contact me, 845-401-7631.
Whoa. You don't want to give out your phone number. Don't give out your phone number.
No, that's all right.
We have a
You
bunch
can
of
call me.
dicks that listen to us. You don't want to do that. But give it. Listen.
I could always use someone else to piss out.
I need someone to talk to. All right. Well, sorry. If you really want to give that phone number out again, I'm going to give you. Hold on. I'm going to give you.
Listen, they can log on.
Anthony.
Hold on. No. Wait, just let him finish up. Sorry, Anthony. Go ahead. We got a lot of people stopping into the studio, so it's going to get a little chaotic in a moment.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll just rattle off a couple places where you can get it. And so we dropped off 6-packs today over at Monarch Beverage in Long Beach. You got Belmore Beverage and Classic Beer and Sodas over there. If you're looking for it fresh on draft, Point Lookout, Fisherman's Catch, the Clam Bar.
Clam?
What else we got? Where you guys? You guys are Long Island based, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Nassau County.
All right, Nassau County. You got Garden Social over there. You get the Garden Social Ale. That's the Bayside Ale there.
There you go.
We do. We label for them. They move a lot of that beer. It's super fresh over there.
Sweet.
R.C. Dugan's over there in East Meadow.
Wow, you're everywhere. You
yeah,
got that
no,
whole.
we're-
You blanketed. You fishnetted the whole area.
Yeah, Blue Moon Pizzeria in Rockville Center and Tropics over in Freeport.
Wow.
Those are
Oh,
some
Tropics.
Great summer places.
I know Tropics. Yeah. No. It's not a strip club. It's I actually was at Overlook Beach this weekend, and I saw the plane that carries the banners, behind it. It said Tropics Dollar Drafts. I'm like, who? Stop it. Stop it.
What?
I snorted cocaine in the parking lot of Tropics.
All right.
So
That's
it
all.
is a strip club.
Dynamite dropping, Grass.
I'm just telling you. You think I would come in for
Yeah,
stuff
Charlie.
like that?
Now you tell me.
This was the past. It was the past.
All right.
Well, it wasn't in the beer van.
No. All right, Anthony. Thanks a lot for calling in, man. I appreciate it.
right.
We'll be in contact. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, you got it.
Have a good night.
Hey, here's the word, Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Do you guys have a few minutes? Can we take a quick break to fucking reassemble this nonsense that just happened here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I don't want to lose you. So this is where Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to hear from Jeffrey from Hartwell Brews. Jeff.
Hartwell Woodshop.
Is it Jeffrey?
Jeff is good.
Jeff's fine. All right. I should have just asked that before. But anyway, we'll be right back in just a few minutes. This is the word with Mike at Pete. GovsRadio.com. We'll be back.
Did you make a bowling alley?
On Govs Radio.
Hey, pal, how you doing?
Oh, I'm so wasted.
Yeah,
man.
you are.
Thanks, man.
It's a good party,
Oh,
huh?
it's great,
Hey,
man.
that's some good acid, huh?
Oh, killer,
Hey,
man.
my pleasure.
I've never been higher.
Oh, you must be
acid's
freaking out.
great, man.
It's the
every,
best, huh?
Every time I do acid, man, and I'm so high.
Yeah. Oh, you must be flipping out right now,
this
huh?
is the best acid,
What are you
man.
seeing, man?
That cloud up there, man. It's got a vein in it.
Holy cow,
and it's
really?
bleeding on
It's
me, man.
bleeding on you. Well, watch out.
Oh, man. Look at my hand, man.
Yeah?
It's moving, but it's not moving.
It's not.
It's still there, but it looks like it's
Hey,
moving.
yeah,
I'm
to you it
that
is,
high.
though. Right, you must be flipping
'Cause
out.
I'm flipping out off
Hallucinations,
it.
man.
This acid.
Oh,
You're right.
hey, I got some news for you,
I'm
though.
seeing stuff, man.
Yeah, you're seeing stuff. Well,
Right.
this is that's what happens when you take acid. But you know what?
What, man?
That really wasn't acid. That was just a little piece of paper I ripped off my notebook.
Well, it's probably this weed I'm smoking, man.
Oh,
Everything's hilarious.
It's funny, huh? Look at that
funny,
guy.
man.
Look at that guy's hat, man.
Everything's funny to me,
Right.
man.
Hey, how many did you smoke? A few joints, man?
I had about 4.
Whoa, that's a lot of bones to be smoking, man.
The whole things, man.
Yeah, you sucked them down yourself. Oh,
Isn't that hilarious?
You didn't want to share, did you?
It was great stuff,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Hey, I got some news on that stuff,
What,
too.
man,
That's the
what?
stuff I sold you, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well.
It's funny, man.
Yeah, right. Well, that
I
weed-
wasted off
yeah.
it, man.
Well, that's because you smoked it, right?
Right.
Well, that really wasn't weed. No, it wasn't. It was pencil shavings in a bag. Yeah.
Well, this beer I'm drinking, man, I must be drunk off it or something. You know, I had about 18 of them, and I'm
Really?
just
That's a lot of
wasted
beer
off
for a
them.
man to drink.
Man, I gotta pee pretty soon.
Hey,
man. I
you didn't
haven't-
dump them out in the woods, did you?
No, I drank all of them.
Right, yeah, I saw you. That's good. Hey, did you eat today?
No, I'm on
you
an
must
empty
be.
stomach,
Yeah,
man.
extra buzz for you,
And that's
huh?
why I'm so wasted off it,
Oh.
man. It's like I'm seeing things.
Yeah,
man.
you can hardly stand, man.
You should take my car keys because I can't drive.
Right.
man.
Hey,
I
those
can
eyes.
barely walk.
Hey, buddy, you better open those eyes up. They're half shut.
There are 2 of you, man. I can't see anymore,
Hey, you know that beer?
man.
That
I'm
beer?
blind.
Right, I got the beers, huh? I'm the man, right?
You are the man.
Say
man.
it. Say I'm the man.
You're the man.
Okay, well, that beer.
Yeah.
There was no alcohol in that beer. That was non-alcoholic. So, again, I'm going to have to bust you on this. You're lying.
I'll be right back.
Okay, buddy. You go sober up. Oh, my God. He killed himself. He killed himself. Oh, my gosh. You killed yourself, buddy.
Yeah, I'm dead, man.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
That is
man.
awful.
There's a big white light and everything.
Yeah,
man.
well, you showed us all, man.
Oh man, I'm so peaceful here, man.
Yeah, you see anything weird or?
My relatives, man, and the big white light, and my grandfather's there.
Oh, I remember him. He's a good guy.
Still wearing the same clothes.
Hey,
and
say hello
everything,
for me,
man.
huh?
Hey, man, Joe says hi. And,
Right.
Man, my uncle's here. And
Right. Hey, I got some news
Yeah,
for you. This
what,
is so
man?
funny.
What?
Yeah. Before you go up to
What?
heaven, the gun you kill yourself with, that's the one I sold you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was a cap gun, so there's no way you could have killed yourself. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm going back to the party. Okay, take care.
I'm moving to a different town, man.
4 weeks later.
Oh, this beer is great, man. This tequila is really strong, man. It's got a worm and everything in it, man.
Fucking shit!
Oh, being in the sun, you're even more wasted. Fucking shit is right, man. I am totally wasted now, man. I should maybe get a umbrella or something and go in the shade.
I know a guy who can suck his own dick.
Yeah, I know a guy who can do that too. He's the drummer for Molly Hatchet, and one night we had 2 cases of Southern Comfort, man. We were so wasted off it. I'm serious, man.
Mike and Pete on the Wort.
Hey, it's the Word with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Go ahead, Mikey, hit that button there, buddy. Yeah, hit that arrow button. Thank you, sir. We are back here live. We are sitting in with the boys from North Fork Brewing Company. We're here with Jeff from Hartwell Woodshop. Thank you very much. And Charlie from 1940s. We got Mike from Boston, our longtime caller, longtime listener, and in the studio tonight in the other room. And, of course, we have Gotham Gold Graz sitting in there. What up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's going on?
Graz is here for the good time. So we want to kick off this second segment really quick by drinking some of Charlie's 1940s lager. Everyone's very excited to have a little lager in there.
I got to finish the Imperial 10.9% that I got from the boys.
Is that what would you say it ended up coming out?
10-2.
10-2 there you go.
I'm sorry we
to
just
get your fact checking right.
0.7.
Yeah, why'd you shave 10? Why'd you just go with the 10.9?
I'm too cheap.
That was another 30-pound of malt.
Yeah.
That was
10 more days.
Dude, that was fantastic
get it out.
beer. Mike, can I say something?
Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Out of all the shows that you have, I don't really think...
all the shows I have?
No, that Mike and Pete on govsradio.com, or better yet, Pete and the Penis.
Oh, great.
Okay?
Here we go.
It is... I have not had a beer in here that doesn't suck. I mean, like, I haven't walked out of here going...
Wait, that means they do suck. Hold on, time out, wait.
So a lot of good beer? Is that what you're saying?
Doesn't suck. No, you're right. You were correct. You're right. You're right on your
Or he's missed a few shows.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, shut up, Charlie.
Got him on that one.
Charlie, I just want to let you know I accept your proposal for limo talk with Graz to do a permanent podcast on the grounds of 1940s Brewing Company. I also accept your proposal, Charlie, for a beer tour that was going to start at 1940s Brewery.
You want to start it in Holbrook and then head out where? To?
I had to talk to you about that, actually.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to create it with Charlie. And Charlie, I accept that you want to become a sponsor on Limo Talk with Graz and Govs Radio, and I'll accept your money because you know a talent, and you know that Limo Talk on Thursday nights is the top-rated show on Govs Radio and the Wort with Mike and Pete.
All right. Well, I have nothing much to say to that.
With one condition.
Ooh.
I will get naked. Yes.
No. God,
I will take my pants off.
Not that.
I will wear shorts with nibs coming out of
No.
Go ahead.
I have to attend a wedding next, I think it's October.
You're his plus one. You're his plus one. Say it. Say it.
No. In Brooklyn.
Okay.
There's no parking.
Okay.
There you go. Limo ride.
I need limo in, limo out.
You know what? I'm going to talk to you, Dad.
Done.
I can't wait to see you. It's going to be a good week. Right after the 4th. It's after the 4th of July, of course,
It's next year after the 4th.
Oh, all right. Next week after the 4th?
No, next year.
Oh, it's another year?
2020.
Yeah, well, this is what happens when NYPD decides to get married. It takes them a while.
Why don't you go out?
You gotta
kids?
find their
let's
off
go out one night and go visit these guys out. Where are you guys? You guys anywhere near Lens or Pugliese?
We're just a little west of them, but not far. We're like 15 minutes, 20 minutes with no Long Island traffic. Typically.
Yeah. It's
So
gonna be
30 to 45 minutes most.
Sound Avenue
7
can take an hour.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's bad.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
You have to hit it right. If you don't, you're done.
That's
We're
it.
very close to Mustache Brewing Company in Long Island.
Right. Yep. Right in that little hub, which is nice.
I got to tell you, I got my own brewery going out over here, Mike, with Mike from Boston. Holy shit, the guy's got a fucking...
Listen, don't waste all your treats on...
Shut your mouth, Michael. Go fuck yourself.
All
right? He's got a whole container here, and he promised I can have some.
A
Don't
whole
shut me
container?
off.
You were hoping for a clean show.
I know, I was. And then second segment after a bunch of beers is always the downfall of our show. It's fine.
Dude, let's talk about this lager, and then let's talk about wood products.
Way to keep it on track there, air traffic control, Pete. Appreciate that.
No, this is fucking great, Charlie.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Tell us a little bit
This
about
is something
this
you can
brew.
have like 17 of.
It's basically an old Bushwick style recipe from the breweries that were all down in that area years ago. Tromer's, Knickerbocker.
No cursing on the show.
No cursing.
Yeah. No.
Ah, darn. And then you
Knickerbocker.
have Rupert, Schaefer, Rheingold, Peels.
Peels.
It's kind of like...
It's better than that, Charlie.
I've been waiting for a long time for this to be able to do this. This was a beer that I created the recipe. I was the one missing ingredient because I wasn't happy with the yeast strain that I was using, and I was in some I was in Kedco in Farmingdale.
Yeah, love
and
me
a
some
master
Kedco.
and a master judge walked in. His name is Ben, and he popped.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And as soon as he popped the can, I could smell it. I had to go out and get the yeast strain, and then we decided to use one similar to that out of southern. I think it's a Bavarian yeast strain we use because that's family history and everything.
Sure.
And this is the kind of beer that my father brewed in Brooklyn. He was the assistant brewmaster. He worked for Rheingold for 41 years. And I wanted, besides the name honoring my family, I wanted a beer that backed him up.
And dude, you're nailing the nostalgic twinge, man. The label art is.
That's all my youngest
You were saying
son.
you're signed out in California doing the
Yep.
graphic design work.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking classy and nostalgic and old school, and the beer is goddamn delicious as per
Really
usual.
good, Charlie. Like, good job.
You should be very, very proud of that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So crisp.
We've known about this. We've made it a number of times for people in the brewery, and our IPL was based off of this, which was called Not So Sharp. And whether we bring the IPL back all depends upon the gentleman who it's named after decides to give up smoking, because we got him to quit for 6 months.
Yeah.
So, but it's basically, it's a very easy beer to make. The time it's just in the tank.
You got to lager it, right?
Yeah, you
right.
gotta
It takes a
lager
little longer.
And with the way we have with our temperature controls, we just
Did I miss
kick
it? What
down.
was the thing that held you back from producing this in the last year or so?
Yeast strain.
The yeast.
Well, the yeast strain I had just about everything I needed.
Okay.
But when you're a small craft brewery and you have 3 5 barrel tanks,
Yeah.
and then you add a fourth, you still can't lager anything. You
There's
can't
too much time
because-
sitting in the
right,
bright. Yeah.
You have 14 beers on tap.
You do have 14 beers on tap. I know.
Right. And then you just you got to say, we got to make this. We got to make this. We got to make this.
Yeah.
And
it's a time.
It's time that this sits there. So now we added.
It's an opportunity cost to do something like this.
The 2 10 barrels came in. It opened up the 5. And this
Ah,
has got
okay.
almost like a dedicated 5 that it goes into.
Okay.
And we just knocked it out. Except for this time, it went into the 10 along with another one, and it was ready at the time we were canning, and we just knocked it out. And we have another one coming out in, and I'll probably get it wrong, but hopefully the end of July.
Okay.
We have our regular Wicked Chowder is
Love
being
that one.
canned.
We love some Wicked Chowder.
They did a triple batch last Saturday.
Okay.
A 10 and a 5. 10 for canning, 5 for the other. Signal
5 for me at my house.
Now,
Now
this is done for all the volunteer firefighters and New York City
that's
firefighters.
right, yeah.
It's called Signal 8.
Yes, I've heard
It's
of that
our
one. Yep.
summer wheat beer with a hint of lemon.
You've done that one before.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is the first time we're canning it and going to make it available for all the firehouses that want it and all the
Look at you.
distributors that are out
Paying it forward like we talked
Charlie's
about
a
before.
good man.
He really
Yes,
is.
he
He
is.
really is, yeah.
He's the Santa Claus of brewing here on Long Island.
Charlie's going to hire me.
Yeah, but I learned from a lot of people. I learned
Right.
from a lot of good people, both
Yeah.
Steve at Barrage and Greg and Dan at Long Island.
I think you've followed suit on all
yeah.
those people we've had in, just good dudes that are looking to just help everyone out and
Yep.
push the industry forward here on Long Island.
Yes, absolutely. And these guys are doing the same thing.
Right, exactly.
Charlie,
Yes, Graz.
I miss you. This kind of tastes like Rheingold a little bit.
Shh, Graz.
Yes.
That still might be a trademark somewhere.
Yeah.
But I always liked Rheingold, and I have to tell you, it tastes.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
All right.
All right?
It's not too bad.
What's
That's
the
not a
problem?
joke. No problem.
I'm the second youngest person in this room. Charlie's a little bit older than me.
That's true. That might be true.
You didn't know I had Graz out of wedlock
Yeah.
when I was 13.
I was 60. I was
13.
Dad, I just want to let you know I need a loan. All right.
Oh,
I'll
who
give you a
else?
couple of cars as a collateral. All right, if you don't mind.
I think one of the things that pushes all of this forward as well is, some of the local shops and things that are doing local-based products, local-based stuff. And that's why we brought Jeff back on the show and not back on the show, but brought him into the show for the first time. Let's get a little background of where you're coming from. So You have a wood shop here on Long Island. You have a brick and mortar that's producing some really cool stuff. I was so lucky to win the Long Island mahogany ornament, and that's what kind of threw the flag up. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. It's out on my tree all Christmas season. Nice. And I was really interested in some of the work you did after going on social media and looking at some of your products and stuff you produce. And that's why we reached out to you and asked about some of the potential sponsorship that you could provide for us. And you came up with a really great product. So tell us a little bit about the shop and kind of what you work with and where you are here on Long Island and who you provide for. I know we just talked about in the break about being a tap handle company as well. So give us that background.
I've been a carpenter for like 13 years and just got into the woodworking part of it. Got a shop in Patchogue.
Oh, it's in Patchogue. Okay.
In Patchogue. Yeah. Through a friend of mine, I met Brad from Dubco.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the first tap handles I made for a brewery. I made, I make them for home bars and stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of your friends will probably hit you up and be like, dude, I need a tap handle. I need that. And
then Smallcraft got in touch with me. So I made those tap handles.
So Mike and I grew up in Amityville. No, hold on. Go ahead.
Amityville.
It's not as cool as when you say it after the fact.
Why does he got to touch the button? Can't you just keep us on and stop?
Leave it on. Don't touch the button again.
God,
That's
don't touch
fine.
the button.
Sorry. So
we have more beer, please?
Wait. Do you really need it?
Yes.
Okay, Charlie. Sorry. I'll leave you all on. Because it hums if I leave everything on. So anyway, Mike and I grew up in Amityville, so we were there for opening weekend. And were you there for opening?
No, I was not.
No, I was. But Mike came down from Boston as soon as.
Cool,
no, this is fine.
Mike is
one
so
of the first
awesome.
places that we visited together when he came home is Smallcraft, and one of the things that stood out obviously is the crafted tap handles that you put together for them. Like I said, the nautical rope around the logo at the top, it really stood out.
Yeah, they wanted to look like a piling.
Yeah.
Like a dock or something. So
exactly.
How many of those are you making? Those Wort with Mike and Pete.
Those ones I made 12.
12 of them, yeah.
You smoke a lot of weed, don't you, brother? Huh?
Dude, you got to see this weed fucking Adirondack chair he made.
Oh yeah, look. Did you look on his Instagram? Go on to Hartwell Woodshop. He's
Hartwell, we're gonna be friends, all right? Hartwell Woodshop.
Here we go.
Here we go.
No, it really.
What is that chair made out of?
Mahogany.
Hemp.
This one's
hemp.
That one's poplar.
Poplar, huh?
What's the name on Instagram, Michael?
On the
armrest. The armrests look really cool.
Called Marijuana.
Hartwell Woodshop.
It's a chair company.
Okay.
And they reached out to me to make some prototype chairs.
Marijuana.
Really?
They're gonna try going to do some production.
Some like bigger. Wow.
Production with you.
So where are they?
Awesome.
Where are they located out
I
of?
made a few out of mahogany. A couple out of poplar.
Dude, you're talented.
Thank you.
Isn't that fucking chair awesome?
Yeah.
Like pot's not my thing, but that fucking chair is
fucking really cool looking.
Pot's my thing.
It's cool.
I like the chair. Can I bid on it?
No, it's not on Etsy. What are you talking about?
Etsy.
What are you referring to? It's something that if you want one, he's producing a bunch, obviously.
Dude, you do fantastic work,
right?
Dude.
Seriously.
So that's what really turned me on. So when I saw some of the stuff that you're producing, I went, wow, this is really like craftsman-based stuff. It really takes some skill. I do some basic construction, but like when you get to your level,
not this.
No, not that. Look at that. I mean, the Long Island. That's what I was talking to you about before. I mean, it's a beautiful, very detailed, even with a barrier fucking beach that people don't really get in the woodwork. Yeah. Really great crafted. So what kind of materials, what kind of equipment are you using at the shop?
I got all the basic woodworking equipment, a CNC router.
Okay.
And then I work with people that have laser machines.
It makes it much more detailed.
Like that,
Yeah.
Jeff, you got to take a picture of that Wort with Mike and Pete handle and put it up on Instagram.
Oh, we will. We'll put it up there. Absolutely.
I was waiting. I don't know if it was a secret or.
It's a handshake. It's a handshake that has to be done with a secret password and then.
HartwellWoodshop.com.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's a brick and mortar that has a tremendous amount. Hey, you guys got to check this out because I spent like hours looking through some of his craftsmanship and the stuff that he's put. Like Pete's still looking through it.
Yep.
You want a nice little piece.
Like
on
the
your
second
wall.
time, I do. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
that's
the Long Island signs.
So who the besides the breweries, what kind of other businesses are you kind of tailoring stuff to, or who's reaching out to you for this stuff?
Some stores want like custom ornaments and stuff that they can only put in their stores.
Mm-hmm.
Carlton Clothing is a huge brand on Long Island.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I make all their, all those wood products.
No, that's really,
And,
really
it's-
dope.
I need one of these cutting boards with Walter White on it that says "Let's cook."
Dude, did you see the Jets logo? That's fantastic.
Which one
He's
is
got
that?
a Jets logo. He did it in.
What is it on? What's
2000
the
on
what's the
Hartwell
product?
on his?
No, I
thing.
know, but what's the product? Was it a cutting board? Was it?
Oh, I don't even know what it is. It says some wood.
It's like a sign.
It's a logo.
Oh, it's a sign.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm not,
did-
and they
majority-
did Dubco's. Go back one, and if you look at this, look at that. Oh, sorry, did I touch it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was. I made a few different styles for Dubco until I settled on the one with the ultimate.
It's beautiful, and if you guys want to check out some of his craftsmanship, go to Dubco's brewery or head into Smallcraft and take a look at the tap handles and admire it. Like I said to you guys before, one of the things that I was really interested in is the artwork that comes out of some of the can artwork and the stuff that everyone's putting out there, and then physically when you have something like this that just looks ridiculous.
Yeah, you gotta check him out on Instagram, Hartwell_Woodshop.
Mm-hmm.
I just followed you, Jeff.
Cool shit on here.
Pete's gonna sit there and look at stuff for.
I didn't know it before now, but obviously I need a customized cutting board.
He's going to
with
spend
fucking
money.
You need a customized cock, Pete.
I mean, I have one already.
A big giant piece
but
of
it's
wood.
not as cool as this fucking Walter White cutting board.
He's all about the Walter White. So,
That's fucking cool.
what's the future looking for of the shop? Are you the only person in there? You got other people working with you, or
No, it's just me. at
just
the
you
moment.
in the shop, huh?
Still got a full-time job too.
Do you,
so
you have a storefront, obviously, in Patchogue, correct?
No, not a storefront, just a wood shop.
Is it like set back?
It's,
Like, give us a description of what we're looking at. Can people, somebody come in and look at products in the store?
No, not really.
It's all online, huh?
It's all specialty, right? So if I want to come smoke a fatty with you and order a couple of New York Giant logo Woodies, is that all right? We could do that, Jeff.
I don't
Me and
think
you?
he's gonna say no.
I'll bring a 4-pack from 1940s. I might bring another 4-pack from the guys out in fucking
North
Suffolk
Fork.
County, Northwell,
North
whatever
Fork,
it is,
yeah.
Northwell Health. What is it?
They just bought us out, actually. They're buying everybody.
They took over Brookhaven Amphitheater. They got it all. That's it.
What is it? North Fork Brewery, right?
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
Well,
He
can I
knows.
follow you guys on Instagram so I can?
Yeah, man.
No.
Jeff, I'm
They
all
have
about,
to
no,
accept the
Jeff,
follow
I'm not
invitation
all about
and they won't.
Instagram because my son, my 21-year-old, turns to me and goes, "You're not cool," and I said, "I am cool." I got 1,200 followers on
Your
Facebook.
son's obviously on the pulse of what's
1,000 on LinkedIn, about 300 on Twitter. He goes, "You're not cool," and I go, "About 400 on Twitter." And on Instagram, he goes, "You are definitely not cool."
Yeah,
so
it's
now I'm
not
gonna
enough.
get to 1,000, and then once I get to 1,000, it's fucking the sky's the limit.
And then you get the validation you need from your son. Is that
Yes.
it?
Fuck off, Pete. I hate you. I fucking hate you, Pete. What's their logo?
Whose?
These guys in Hopewell, whatever it is.
Hopewell. Hopewell, New Jersey.
In the hospital in Peconic
Excuse
Bay.
me. My assistant's helping me out, Mike from Boston.
Yes, Mike from Boston's in there with it.
I'm
He
in.
knows social media. He can help you out with the social media.
North Fork Brewing Company, creating craft beer anchored in North Fork tradition. Wednesdays through Thursdays, 3 to 8, and Friday, 3 to 9. What are you, closed for an hour for what?
It's like go to the bathroom.
Where do you go, for a fucking siesta? Like, what is it, they do in Europe?
Yeah.
You take an hour for siesta, then you reopen for an hour?
We're Spanish, you can't tell.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays and Sundays, 12 to 9, and Sundays, 1 to 8, limo and bus by appointment. I don't need no fucking appointment. If I want to come, if I don't want to come with 20 people, I'll show up and say, Graz is here, let's rock and roll.
He's got a bang bus.
Show up.
I got a 20-passenger bang bus, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen the videos.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There.
Many have.
Yes.
That's why it's now nobody's knocking on the door, because if you put a black light on it, holy shit, we don't know what
It's gonna light up like a Jackson Pollock painting.
like fucking
There you
like
go.
totally like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Yeah, to take a line from Avengers or Guardians. I don't know which
Godzilla.
one that one's from.
All right,
Charlie,
so Jeff
I'm gonna say
and,
Guardians.
and Healthwell and Jeff, follow me on Instagram.
There
I
you go.
followed you guys.
We'll do it.
I'll be your only.
So Jeff, do you have a project right now you're working on in the shop, or do you have something big account that's gonna be?
Not really. Just
Graz.
It's mostly just
stop.
one-off custom projects.
All right. So you have like constantly people. You always have work, right? I mean, you always have
yeah.
something going on.
Yeah, definitely.
How does someone get in touch with you to like commission something like that?
Either the website
custom?
or Instagram.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, we got in touch with you via
We had to talk
Instagram.
about a cutting board.
Yeah, he's like, tomorrow.
Seriously, I didn't know I needed one, but now obviously I do.
You do. Definitely need one. Listen, everyone needs one of those. So in regards to like the future, kind of, are you looking for like a bigger business, or you're content on where you're at? Or
Well, I'd like to expand at some point.
do you have room in the shop or next door or something like in the unit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you're a woodworker, so you can just cut it, knock it down, and build the whole thing. Yeah. If you are going onto the website, is there a place to buy certain products? Do you have a certain product lineup that's there for people to buy?
Not really. It's mostly just to be present, online, and people can see the.
Yeah, you need
so
your
people like come with
online.
an idea, they can hit you up and.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
I mean, this is
contact
custom straight from the start. I mean, he and I were going back and forth in regards to design and shape and size, and then the artwork that was sent back and forth, and trying to either keep it simple or maybe a little more detailed, and then of course your process and what you had to go through. So our concept for this and what we came up with was that some of the breweries that have been on the show, it would help both you and I kind of complete the circle, complete the triangle. Circle of life.
It's also a great way of adding more business to what he has.
By the way, Charlie, you're going to go home with one of these today.
No, I want to go home.
You
with
guys
his,
are going to go home with one of these
I want to
today.
go home with his.
Ooh,
business
look at them! They're all.
card.
I want to go home with Charlie.
You're not. Hey, you had to make it sexy, didn't you?
Come on now. Charlie, let me tell you something. 20 minutes with me, and I'll be a partner in about an hour.
Jesus Christ.
20 minutes, and I'll be a partner in an hour.
It takes him that long, huh? No good.
60% of the time, it works all the time.
I have one serious question. Jeff, how long did it take you to create that handle right
That's
there?
correct. Yeah, it's good call.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I don't
No,
know.
no,
I don't know radio.
sometimes
First
you
time
do
I've
good
ever
radio.
done radio. Jesus Christ.
So you had the mahogany, milled down to a triangle and a long length. I think I saw, right?
Yeah, I had some progress photos I think on there.
Yep.
Without giving too much away. But,
No, give it all away. It's fine. We'll put it out there.
Well
see.
before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy myself a CNC machine.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, the more you talk, Charlie's going to invest in you. Trust me, I got this all under control. All right? By the time you're done, Charlie wants your business card. You'll be making 200,000 fucking 1940 logos in wood.
That's
right,
a big
Charlie?
order.
That's a lot of logos.
That's a lot of logos.
You're getting close, Graz.
I mean, I'll take the order, but it might take a couple years to.
I'll help you out. Just make sure you got a fatty for me, all right?
It's called tap handles, Graz. Tap handles.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got to shut me off. Looks like this could be enjoyable.
All right. So anyway,
Hi, Graz.
so we went, like I said, we went through a couple of processes with this, and we ended up with this shape and size. And I think what we produced here is something that will stand out on a tap handle. What do you call it? It's a tap.
It sits on the faucet, right?
Faucet, right? Yeah, exactly. So it sits on the faucet, and the tap handle goes on top. So that's something that like I said, we wanted to kind of bring it full circle, where we had the brewer, the woodworker, and the show to get the background of it all. So I think it'll work out. Oh boy, oh Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on. I'm not turning your mic on until things calm down in there. The two of you. I shouldn't have put Mike in there with them. That was
the
bad.
other thing he could also do is there is a huge amount of homebrewers, both through LIBME, beer, and homebrewers and hand grenades, who have kegerators.
Yes.
I have a kegerator.
They would be.
Oh, excuse me. He's not a homebrewer at all.
And come down, get some slims.
Yeah,
put it in it.
he knows.
The idea is he could probably make the tap handles for all, to go to all of these things.
A few of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so you do one-offs?
If you're free this Wednesday, July 3rd, I have about 30 to 40 LIBME homebrewers coming into the brewery.
I live about 5 minutes from your brewery, so.
Stop on in.
This is all going according to plan.
7:30, and bring some stuff
Dude,
to
hock
show
your fucking
off.
wares there also.
And
do
it. I mean, that's
what he's saying.
I'm being nice.
Yeah.
Jeff, I get 10% of everything just for introducing you. I want you to know that right now.
Wait a minute.
All right, 5%. Shut up, Charlie.
There goes your proposals.
You had it, and then you lost
Nah,
it.
it's all right.
So
Charlie
close.
likes me.
Hi, sharks.
Dude, you got to be in this
bring
room.
them down.
No, but seriously.
because the guys there will probably.
Well, I'm
a
gonna
lot of
put it
them
this
are-
way, Charlie. You're gonna take one of those home with you. So then you have
one.
Right,
No,
but
there's like a
I
dozen.
can't give you a whole tap lid.
What am I going to do with that?
You're going to put it on one of your tap handles.
Then you won't be able to pour the rest of the beer on either side.
What are you talking about? It's not that big. You could put it on the very end. That's all right. Listen, let me see.
You might have to minimize it, Michael.
Yeah.
You might have to make it a little bit
I'll
smaller.
have to stick it on the end.
Wait, if you put it that way, you are not that far from where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
Sure.
just screw it in, and then you got the counter screw here.
At least try, Charlie, right?
On top.
So we were both talking about the marketing it being more like at a bar where there's a lot more real estate.
And I have another one for you.
But either way, you have now a showing product for those guys that are going to be there. So you go, check this out. Look at the custom quality work that he puts and provides.
There's a group called Local to Locals run by a fellow named Andrew. I don't remember his last name, but he's up out of Hicksville Beverage. He puts out, he needs a better L logo. That what you guys do is awesome. So that would be probably perfect.
Yeah, his
for
is
that.
like on a light balsa, not balsa wood, but it's a lighter wood. If he produced his stuff,
it would be awesome looking.
Yeah, I think, like he said, it would, for a brewery that has their tap handles right next to each other, size would be a little of a concern. Maybe slimmed down by like a third.
Yeah,
I would say right around there. But for us, this is perfect because I think a lot of our breweries we're looking to just be right.
A lot of kegerators are spaced
Right.
apart further.
Correct.
The breweries, because of the tap systems we have, you're tight together.
Correct. Yeah, you're right there on the wall, and you got everything.
Yeah, so-
but
so
I
your
think
tap handles
I'm
are
still going to
made
have you
kinda
take that home and
slim.
try that. You're going to take that.
Jeff, what's your biggest order you've
I
ever
promise
you've
you
ever
will get
taken?
that on there. I've measured.
What's the biggest order you've ever taken, Jeff? 100 units?
No, small.
Small?
Smaller.
All right, well, Charlie's going to order 100 units. Trust me. Charlie's got money coming out of the Wahoo. All right?
Probably 30 or 40.
Oahu's in Hawaii.
Charlie's the man right now. Charlie's the don around here right now. He does whatever Charlie does, everybody else, and the other guy from Barrier, Cocoa Puffs. What's his name?
Bobby.
Steve.
No, Bobby from Barrier.
No, I'm sorry.
Steve from Barrage.
Oh, Steve from Barrage, Bob from Barrier, and 1940s Charlie. They're the kingpins around
By the
here.
way, Barrage is going to get one of those as well.
I think Graz is going to get one of those,
No,
too.
he's not. You do not have a tap handle that you can post that on. The whole point is the promotion
Stick
for everybody.
shift.
Yes, stick. Ooh, column shifter. There you go. Yeah, you see how I was going with that.
See?
So Jeff, so people can kind of contact you via, like you said, the website or from Instagram and stuff like that. Do you think for you guys, would something like that be something that you could kind of promote and
yeah, we cram our taps in, but we have a CO2 line that comes out of a tap that purges all the crowlers. Like something like that would be
perfect
it's gonna
on
fit
it.
Perfect right over there because it's separated over.
Boom.
I was just thinking too, a lot of the vineyards out by us, they're now kegging wine, and as farm breweries, we're able to serve their wine. So even hopefully, if reaching out to some of the vineyards, and they're also big into supporting local.
Baiting Hollow does that. They sell beer out
In a
of the
keg?
out of the area off a keg. Yes, like a pumpkin ale.
Yeah, if they're farm brewers, so it's farm to farm.
Right.
So,
Yeah, farm license.
they're selling wine, they're selling beer, and that place they're also selling food, and they're also selling like jewelry and different trinkets and different things that say Baiting Hollow.
Fucking
And then they're
trinkets.
asking you for money to save the horses.
Yeah, I was going
too.
to say they're selling horses.
You
They're
got to
selling
save
hopes
the
and
horses
dreams for
too when you go to
horses. You
Baiting
gotta help
Hollow.
them. Yeah.
That's
Right?
crazy.
Yep.
Right? What? No, that's just the fucking former owner. That's one of the deals that she sold the house and said you better make sure to take care of the horses.
Well, that's
so,
not a bad
So they
idea.
got a little area where you go pet the horses.
The
Ah,
idea
Bobby, look, it's
we have
horses.
on our
Look,
tap
it's-
setup
look, it's
the way it is. On our right side, we have, because the crowler machine is there, that's
Yeah.
where the CO2 line is. It's just a black handle.
Oh, right.
So, and
That's
on
what
the
I'm thinking that
opposite
would look
side
good.
of the box, we have a Beta root beer soda
Hmm.
on tap.
So it's just something where you could fit it in there.
Yeah, so I can definitely use tap handles on made out.
Charlie,
with
do you
that.
only sell
Yeah,
beer?
absolutely.
Do you only sell beer, Charlie? Do you sell, you know what I mean, like wine and different things like that?
No, I gave up my farm brewer's license.
Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because he doesn't own a farm like these guys
Because
do.
I don't have a farm like those guys, and I got tired of paying 99 cents a pound.
Fact.
Is that really the
Fact.
Yeah.
Now, are you
In the
charging
beginning-
people
in the-
99
no,
cents a pound?
No, in the beginning, and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
We would be buying two-row from some of the malt houses at 99 cents a pound, but Jamesport Farm Brewery was losing 10 cents for every square foot.
Jesus.
Because they would normally like to sell it for 35, they were told 25.
Mm-hmm.
So from the 25 to the 99, you figure it out. It's almost 75 cents a pound.
Huh.
Yeah.
That they were taking everybody. Once I got bigger, I said, I can't do this.
Yeah, well, I think that's what a lot of people have been doing. They've been reapplying for the secondary just brewer's license as opposed to the farm brewer, and they hold both.
There's a twin license now in New York State.
Yeah.
That you could apply for.
That makes sense.
Or you just go for microbrewery and run with it.
Right.
Now, what do you guys have? Hopewell, Healthwell?
Yeah, so we
North
have
Fork.
great health care. Doctors.
You know it's only a joke, guys. Don't punch me after.
No, we have our farm brewery license solely, but we just applied to get our combine license.
Smart,
just to keep it, because like we've talked about, like a big thing for us is keeping ag going, but it becomes a business decision on what makes the most sense to keep your doors open. Yeah.
And
I thought they. Sorry, guy,
I was going to say you kind of like exclude certain styles at a certain
Right.
point
I was going to say I don't think
you can't get those ingredients here.
Yes.
How many taps do you have on your premises?
I'm going to answer it. You ready? 12.
12.
And out of that 12, you guys create everything. You don't have any other.
We make all of our own. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Now, just a question, and a naive question. Now, can you add more taps on there to say that you might want to add like a Charlie's 1940s on tap? As like a guest tap?
We could add taps on for sure. It's we have them actually. Our whole bar, the
You're welcome, Charlie. By the way,
is the original lockers from the firehouse we're at. So all the taps are coming through the lockers, but there's room above it to add more. You just stagger them, so we can always grow.
So when are we doing that?
Tomorrow.
This guy's just making tons of money left and spending your money too, because you got to buy at least 250 units of these things.
And he's sponsoring Limo Talk on Thursday nights. Comes #1 legit show, according to Dan Romano.
Whoa, what happened to legit?
Well, you're too legit to quit. That's my motto, they say.
I've heard that
MC
before.
Hammer said that.
Yeah, it's too. Well, never mind. You don't want to hear the whole story. If I start explaining,
You're right.
If I start explaining, they'll shut your mics off because their bosses are listening.
No,
when
they're
I'm
not
on,
anymore.
they listen all the time.
After 2 hours, they've shut me off. They're like, "Oh, this is really scientific and way out of our league. We're done." Click.
Yeah, but it's a good show, man. It's the greatest beer show in America.
And with that said, we're going to take a quick break from the greatest show in America because I got to piss my face off. This is the Word with Mike and Pete. GovsRadio.com. Oh, that's my own mic. Why did I shut my own mic? Anyway, we'll be right back, I guess, shortly, right after this, all right? How about that? Nope, how about that? How about not that? How about none of that? How about it doesn't work when you don't have sound up? So I'm going to do this one more time. This is the Word with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. We'll be right back after this, all right, balls?
This is Ghost Radio, and you're getting drunk with Mike and Pete on the Wort.
Written on the door. That bucket of blood stayed open till 4. Ain't hard to find a great big neon sign. They only said 3 things: whiskey, beer, and wine. Hardwood bar, rickety stew, cigarette machine, selling camels and coos. You can solve your problems one drink at a time. You can fix anything over whiskey, beer, and wine. Dirty little bar room, kept the lights down low. Ice and
taste of my medication? In the good old days, the Howling Wolf, we call him Ignorant. It do make you kind of ignorant sometimes.
know your grandpa's done passed on, and soon you'll be 21. So come on the back porch, son, and have a beer with Dad. Drinking beer with Dad. Out there on the back porch swinging. Drinking beer with Dad. Picking our guitars and grinning. Well, him and home will cuss and fight.
Govs Radio. You're listening to The Wort on Govs Radio.
Hey, moron, it's pronounced the Wort.
What the hell is a wort?
It's pronounced the Wort.
What is it? The wort? Yeah, okay, I'll do that again. This is The Wort on Govs Radio.
It is the Wort. Not wart, not fort, not short. The Wort.
I'm sorry, I just don't know what that means. When do you guys start drinking?
That.
Who says we haven't been drinking?
Where's mine? If I say it correctly this time, can I have a drink?
We'll think about it.
You're listening to The Wort on Govs Radio.
This is where Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Oh, balls. We are back here in studio, minus a few brewers.
We got a few drinkers.
Our buddies Pete and Ian had to skedaddle. They have some traveling to do to get back out east to the North Fork. And Jeffrey had to get going. So thanks a lot for those guys. I'm just going to take the whole thing. We thank those guys for coming down. That was phenomenal stuff. Pete, how'd you feel about the information and the science behind all that stuff?
Dude, Ian took us to fucking school tonight.
Right?
It's way more informative.
I don't think we've had that level
more
of...
informative, less fucking ass grabbing and stupid fart jokes.
Which was good for our first 45 minutes. Maybe we'll promote that 45 minutes as opposed to our dick jokes for the next hour and a half that we're going to do right now.
Bound to ensue.
Saddle up.
That's right.
That's where it comes from.
Mike's over there riled up.
What does that mean? Simultaneously, when I walk in, it turns into a different show, right?
No.
Because I know when Pete looks at me and goes, tell me, as soon as I walk in, Pete
Second
looked
break.
at me.
Second break, all of a sudden shit broke loose.
No, Pete, when I walked in originally, Pete looks at me, smiles on air, and just gives me the fucking finger.
That's when I knew you were here.
Yeah, that's it. That's how everyone knows.
Put his mic up, please. I can't hear him.
Do me a favor. Can you look down at that unit? Are we on now?
Yes.
Do you see it bouncing?
Yes,
all right,
it is
so
on now.
So let me ask you a question. Is it on now?
No, it's not.
No, so it has to be the fact that it's on. So I'll have to fix that. All right, it's fine.
It's on.
Not
What
a
about
big deal.
now?
We always
Can
have
you
to
hear me
keep
now?
the telephone piece on.
Am
Is it
I
on now? Is it
on?
bouncing?
It's on. No, it's not bouncing. It's just.
How about now?
No, it's going up and down. Yes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
my
it's going up
penis.
and down
Yes,
right now.
It's going up and down.
Yeah, so all right, so I just have to keep our telephone callers on as opposed to not on. We had a phone call in between the break, and we'll get that phone call back when they get.
Dan, call back in.
Yeah, Dan will call back in. In studio right now, those people that you could not see on Facebook and YouTube just a few moments ago on GovsRadio.com. We have Charlie from 1940s Brewery, deliciousing up our glasses, and of course Mike from Boston. The face behind the voice and all that other shit that you guys have heard over the last 35 episodes. Mike is now.
35 fucking episodes?
I think
This
I've
is
called
number
into
36.
four, but I've like,
4 episodes? Yeah, but he's
40
still
brewers, right, Michael?
roughly around 40
Fucking
brewers.
Michael's been with us since the start. Michael from Boston. We love you, Mike.
Yeah,
I
yes.
appreciate it.
Charlie just came in recently, so you're halfway decent. All right?
I mean, I
making
called
a
in
third
from hotel
appearance, I
rooms
think?
in
Third
Maine.
appearance?
Yes. Yeah, you called from a hotel room in Maine down in Louisiana?
I
Were you
was
da-
never in Louisiana.
Okay, was it Atlanta?
We'll tell the cops.
Yeah,
You were down
Atlanta,
south.
I got
Atlanta,
I think
Atlanta.
you were in our arcade in the back of
Atlanta.
a strip joint one night, right?
He was
Not if
getting
the
his,
cops are asking.
he was getting his Pac-Man and his Schwing Schwung on.
He had a lot of things going
Yeah,
swallow.
that was fantastic.
I'm
So
kidding.
really great. So Charlie, give me your I don't want to say opinion because I know it's going to be a great one because these guys came in and kind of wowed us. I haven't had too much North Fork around here, and you don't see it sold too much because, like they said, they're not doing huge distros. So give me your background because you've had more of their beer than we have. What do you think the future holds for them?
They have a very big future for them.
Yeah.
It's right there. They're doing the right thing at the right time.
Mhm.
They have excellent beer. I have been to the brewery. I have tasted a lot of the beer they had on tap when they did the industry night.
Ah, yeah.
And they
hosted industry night there.
When they was there like their soft opening. It
Okay.
was the night before their grand opening. So I drove all the way out.
About 1 year ago today,
Yeah,
this
1
weekend.
year
Yeah,
ago, right?
That's pretty
and stuff rocked my socks.
Really?
I got to tell you,
that takes a lot. That's a good compliment for them.
And not only that, but I have to say the fact that Pete being new to the, I mean, he's been in the beer scene up in New Hampshire, he said, and then now Long Island putting his own brewery together. But he stepped up to take a seat on the board of the Long Island Brewers Guild.
He did. Okay.
You know.
Oh, that's why. Because if he wasn't on the board, you would have just sat there and politically correct and said, that fucking beer sucks. No, it was good.
Well,
it was really good.
No one would do that. Like, they don't do that.
No, they were good. I'm
Brad,
kidding.
I leave it to the younger guys to run with what they can run with. I have done my part when I was
I've done all I
involved
can
in
do, and
certain
I can't
things
do no more.
Before I got into the beer industry, so I stay out of the political side of
That's a good
everything.
idea.
But I support a lot of what they do. I was very much behind Paul trying to get to run and become a board member.
Right. Yeah.
I support Pete and Tim. Tim is we're like brothers because we started together.
A
in
Brewers
the same-
Collective, Tim?
in Taste of Long Island.
Oh,
Timmy
right,
from
yeah.
Brewers
Yeah,
Collective. So
You're like the perfect politician.
He is. He's been in everything. He's
well,
like
maybe I could run.
You should run. You'd win.
Yeah,
You're
but what?
clean.
Chicken in every pot and a keg in every driveway.
Yeah,
You got the report down,
Well, you
Pat.
get fed and you get drunk. It doesn't matter. It works.
That's
What do you think North Fork is doing better than average? Like better than most? What do you think their lane is?
It's not that you're better than most. It's that you pick out your niche and you work it. If you look at the collective, they work with a lot of different ingredients and they stretch the table on that.
How jealous of you of the fact they have a farm to work on like that?
Oh, these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, sick, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they had the farm before that.
It's
you
like
know,
having
I mean,
the kitchen
but it's like
for everything you need.
It's like having you need
How many
strawberries?
acres,
You need
Charlie?
Blueberries?
Yeah.
What'd
How
you
many
say?
acres?
We never asked about
I don't
that.
know. We
How
didn't
much-
ask.
Is it? Have you ever been out there?
I
Yeah, but he didn't have a tape measure.
I
with him.
deliver all the way out to Greenport and Southold.
You're still delivering. I told you I'd come and be your truck driver. I could do that. We'll throw everything in the bus. I told you that already.
Yeah, but I have more fun driving in my little car.
Put some plastic bags down.
Yeah.
No,
Think about how
buzzing around.
much wild yeast is on that bang bus.
Raz's bang bus delivery.
I got my
Hunting
car
some wild
washed
yeast.
today. They were like wondering where did this stuff come from.
No, but seriously, because if they have a larger plot out there,
Yeah.
do you think it's probably more expensive to try to conduct business, or do they have to get multifaceted? Like, do they have to go to wine?
word.
No,
And do they have to go to
Faceted.
what?
They're family owned farm, and like they said, it's a big. The family helps out, and they grow a lot of their stuff on the farms, and then they harvest that stuff and they use it in the brewery.
Okay.
And that's that saves them a heck of a lot on the cost of being a farm brewer because they have the farm there.
They don't have to outsource it and pay 99 cents a pound for their.
Are they reasonable with their product to other people? Are you able to buy their product?
They don't really distribute
They
like
don't
that.
really distribute
Yeah.
because most of their stuff is going. They're having. It's like when we opened, all we could do was just barely keep up with what was coming at it for the tasting room.
Right.
So when you open your doors and you have all those different beers on tap and you have all of these people coming out, they're like, this is their time right now during the summer. They're rocking crazy out there. And you know, to do a sour like that with wild yeast.
The sour I thought was particularly
Totally
really
sick.
good.
That was
very good.
unreal.
Do we have
Yeah.
any more?
That was
There
so
is
good.
more of that over
Yeah.
there. We're not going to open it right now, but yes, there is.
Yeah, back
Mike's
to
got a
lactose.
cooler of beer.
I got some sour right here.
Ooh,
Mike's
what do you
got a cooler,
Well,
man.
Before we do that,
All right.
Charlie just cracked open some In Bloom, and we've had this before. This is it's
Your
always
New England
so good.
IPA, right?
It's
Very,
a New
very
England IPA.
Grapefruit, tropical.
With,
I don't have that.
Azaka.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. We
You
put
took a
it
whole
out of the
yeah.
can.
You took a can for yourself.
It's in your glasses. You're
Fucker.
drinking.
I threw
He's
out
like,
the
I don't have
garbage.
that.
I threw out the garbage. I don't remember that.
It has Motika, Idaho 7, and Azaka.
Oh,
in
that
it.
one.
Motika is not. I don't think I've heard that in anyone else's beer. But
Is that New Zealand hop?
But we get it's. You can get them from New Zealand. You can also try to see if you can get them U.S.
Oh, okay.
All right, but the whole idea behind it was that Black Circle Project, who they just played Saturday at Momo's 2 for
What a great name of a
Brian
place, by the way.
Anthony's, Orlando's 41st birthday. He raised money for Angela's house, and then from there they went over to Revolution and Sponge, and they opened up for Sponge over there.
I like Sponge, by the way.
I love Sponge.
Yeah.
Fucking crank that shit.
How many candles down the drain?
Yeah.
16
of them, yeah.
16
Oh, yeah, I'm
is the
sorry.
But that's not what I like.
I know you were looking for an answer.
Like, we're going to give it to him. We're going to softball it up there
I
for you.
apologize for my late reaction. I had a kind of a session in there with Graz.
Yeah.
So, little slow to the punch.
Graz,
We heard the
cheating
coughing.
on me now.
Listen, I've
we
been
heard
very
the coughing.
quiet. I'm
I tried
letting
to mute
everybody
it.
else. I'm letting everybody else get the softballs.
There you go.
My balls are soft already.
Oh, boy. No, the
Mike, come back
album
in
that
here,
came
Mike.
out after that 16 Candles album.
Right.
That
Whatever you
album,
wanted.
I can listen from start to finish. I don't know. It's something.
Well, these guys.
It reminds me. Oh, boy.
The Sponge guys are
Yeah.
incredible. They came to the brewery not this year but last year, and we had Gabrielle Stebenz, who
Nice.
now is out. She recently toured with. Opened up for Melissa Etheridge.
Yes, yeah. I
Then
remember
we
that.
had the Pain Method, which blew everybody away.
Huh.
And then these guys walk in, and they took the show over.
Oh, yeah.
And how
Who's the
how
lead
they
singer,
could-
Sponge?
how could
I
they
forget his
stand up
name.
straight, I don't know, but they're phenomenal guys.
You
Charlie.
had these guys at your brewery?
Yeah, we had Sponge
This is
play at the
awesome.
brewery.
Sponge at the
Sponge at the brewery, yeah.
Mike, you mentioned
And
it
then
before.
they left our place and went down to the Stereo Garden.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
played the Ho 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 Fest down
Oh, fuck.
Dude, could you play some Sponge right now?
I
So
am.
can,
I'm looking
I'd
for
like
the
to
album
hear
that I
some.
really love.
Mike, you mentioned it
Yes.
before. It's becoming like a little industry, right? These different little bands going on a Thursday and Friday
Yes.
afternoon
Not
and
a
night.
bad way to make some money,
Yeah.
right?
And
No,
Saturday and for $100 going sitting there for 4 hours playing Rhinestone Cowboy or something like that. you
yeah,
know?
that's what they're playing. This is one of my favorite. This is the one that came out on the radio. This one was really good. This was
Yes.
Wax Ecstatic.
Yeah.
I actually saw a nice little 90s grunge night at the Paramount last year over the summer, or 2 years ago maybe. The next day we went up to Mike Piazza's induction, so it was probably 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was Sponge, Lit,
Yeah.
all those bands that were on 90s K-Rock and stuff like that.
2000 and
Yeah,
That's
1,
miserable,
2.
1, 2, yeah.
Miserable video with Pamela Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking great
A
video.
great video.
Fuck yeah.
But that's where the name comes from.
It's a fantastic idea.
Right?
Yeah, because they're a big Nirvana cover band.
Yes.
And they loved our place when they came in. They says, can we collaborate and do something for a beer? So, sure enough,
that was it.
My son says, yeah, we got an idea. And I says, yeah, this is the hops we want to use. And everything fell into place.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
he
just stole
it's
the
such
beer.
it's such a classic Graz move. You pop off one of the 4 and he takes the whole 4.
He takes the rest.
Well, that's yours. No, that's yours.
Oh, good. You got me
But
one of
see,
these.
Graz doesn't know there's more in the cooler.
That's
Don't
all
lock
right.
the
This
door.
is enough.
By the way, you didn't bring that cooler, right?
No, that's theirs. I'm taking.
You are
taking North
okay.
Fork's
All right,
cooler
good.
home with me.
All right.
Paying it forward.
Are you going to see him at the?
I'm going to bring it back to the brewery.
Okay.
And then probably either when they do their beer tour.
Yep.
Or when we hook up for when the guild has their social meeting during the summer.
All right, so you worked that all out. I didn't see that worked out. I went.
Oh yeah.
They left their whole cooler here. So,
Hey, Charlie, can I ask a question? When's
course
the
you
next big festival that like everybody's going to get together and all the big shots and all the heavyweights are going to be at?
Heckscher State Park, August
10th.
I believe it's the 10th.
We will be there.
You are broadcasting from there.
We
right?
are broadcasting
Oh,
from Heckscher State Park.
Yes.
Mike's broadcasting.
Well, I will be, yes.
The challenge.
It's your birthday,
the
isn't it?
gauntlet challenge thrown down
Your birthday's
is they
August
want a
29th.
beer made
29th.
with mango.
I knew it was
so
August.
Why are you not going to be there, Pete?
I'm having a third kid,
Wait, no,
and
go ahead. Tell him.
the third kid is ruining my vacation plans.
There you go.
Oh,
It's
gee.
scheduled
That's
to
just
come
the
out
first
at
thing
that
the third
time.
kid's gonna
No, well, this is number. Like I said, this is number 3.
By the way, wait, time out.
Pretty
Time
much
out.
happened.
Wait. Pete is just announcing it literally right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm having my wife's pregnant. We're having our third kid.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Pete. I love you. I want to
go.
kiss you.
When's the due date?
But
August?
the due date's not
August.
August. The due date's in February. But my wife and I this was our 10th wedding anniversary this past spring, and we had booked a sandals trip in the Caribbean, and then went to the doctor a couple weeks ago to just get checked out when she found out she was pregnant.
Hey, dude, pregnant sex rocks.
Jesus
Way to make it awkward.
No, it's not awkward. I'm telling you
not
right
for
now.
Graz, it's not.
And we said like, hey, we're going away in August. Is anything like she can go on a plane, right? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. Where are you going? And we told him the Caribbean. He's like, so I have to tell you, I recommend you don't go to the Caribbean.
Wow.
But whatever you want to do, and just
Zika.
wear mosquito repellent because the Zika.
Yes.
So
It
so,
could,
I had so then we had to change our plan. So we're going to Bermuda, which apparently does not have mosquitoes that produce Zika.
Has no bugs.
But there's
bugs in Bermuda.
one
Because of
fucking
the breed.
flight from American Airlines.
Yeah, but there's a militia right around the block waiting you to get off the for you to get off the grounds.
Graz.
Bermuda, not fucking
gonna
the
be
Sudan.
in-
Not
Graz.
Port-au-Prince.
Graz, here it is.
What, Charlie?
Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
2 words.
Waiting for it to
Bermuda
happen.
Triangle.
Waiting for it to happen.
Dude, there's gonna be a militia right around the block. Oh, look, it's Pete.
I'm dodging a
It's Pete
1%
from Pete
chance
and the
at getting a
Penis.
fucking at getting Zika, and a 90% chance of fucking disappearing.
Pete, there's a guy in the Bahamas. Pete, there's a guy in the Bahamas right now. You recommended a beer to. He wants to kick your ass.
Oh boy. No, it's
So so that's why I'm not doing Heckscher, because now my flight's leaving a day early.
Yes, so he can't. We had one day where I came back from vacation. He was going to vacation, and that one day was the 10th. So originally we had planned it out that we would be able to make it. Now that I've already made the commitment to that, he can't go. So I'm going to have to find a replacement, and we're going to have to work that out a little bit. We'll figure it out. There's plenty of people.
I
When
can't
this kid
accept.
has-
I don't accept.
You want to throw your hat
I
in the ring?
can't, listen, I can't accept unless Charlie says I demand Graz to be there. Then I will tell my wife that I've been demanded by my lover Charlie from 1940s Brewing.
Wait, your lover? I thought it was your
Wait
dad.
a minute,
was a
Graz.
dad.
You're
Dad,
taking this
It's just
too
porn.
It's a
long.
very
How did you
incestuous
grow up?
relationship here.
Yikes.
Sorry, you're right. I take it back
Yikes.
from my dad. Dad, all
This is
right.
baseball and butt sex. What's going on?
Graz, if you want to go, you go, man. I'm going to be there. I got
Are you
guys-
brewing on site or are you bringing?
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
we
brewing
bring-
on site. What are you
Time
talking
out.
about?
I don't know.
Is he
Time out.
bringing
got
it
the
pouring?
kettle.
Wait,
Bring
without
the
you guys
kettle.
getting mad at me, I apologize.
I know,
I
I know.
am very naive to the fact of what a beer fest is.
Okay.
Well,
So when
a
I go
beer
to
festival-
Hertshire,
Wait, whoa, you have never been to a beer
no,
fest?
no.
Oh my
Just
God.
fucking go.
I'm gonna have to take him.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
got
gonna have to
take
take
Graz.
it.
All the
Please,
people you've
please.
met here,
Dude,
oh
that's
man.
good.
It's gonna be
Please,
everyone
yeah,
you know.
please bring
But do you
Graz.
see what happens to me if I start drinking on premise? I'm
I
not
know.
going to leave.
I didn't say you were gonna
That's
co-host.
exactly
I just
what
said
we
you're
want.
coming with us.
I didn't say I was co-hosting.
No,
I
no, you
said,
could be my third wheel.
Dude, I will
and
walk in there at any time and
It's
just start
okay,
kicking things.
Graz, calm down. You
Yeah,
can
he
come to
can
the beer festival with Mike to replace Pete.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can go run around. And since I already have 2 guys handling my operation, maybe 2 more, I can come over and co-host with Mike.
And Charlie has plenty of people we can talk to, and he knows lots of people in the industry, so it'll be
Yeah,
very
so
easy
we
to
could
just
bring
I want to
step
be
right
here
in.
over,
with
have
you,
a great
Charlie.
time.
I
I think
love
you should
you.
probably sign that up right
And then
now.
you can go around. We'll exchange badges, and you can go around behind the tents and goose everybody and grab free beer.
The last festival I went to, Scott from Long Island just walked us around every fucking
Yeah.
like lines. Fuck lines.
You go right behind the. You go right.
You go behind the tents, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's make it official. I'm going to
Yeah.
text my wife. What date is it? August 10th?
August 10th.
August
yes.
10th.
I have
So
one
am
more
I gonna
other
be like
person.
the 2 heavyweights? Am I like with the 2 heavyweights?
Well, I'll put it this way.
You're coming to what's considered one of the best heavyweight beer festivals
Yeah.
on Long Island.
That's true.
Okay.
This is one
You
of
not
this
only
and
have-
probably the
you
one in
not only
November.
have the
is
3
probably-
homebrew clubs there, and all of the stuff that they bring, but you get to vote on the beer that is this beer style that everybody's making with mango this year. Whatever
God damn
style
it.
they want to use. They
Speaking
make
of mango,
it-
I have a
the
beer in there for
here.
mango.
My pants are getting tight right now.
Good. Get that feeling in there.
Is your sweat and your pants drying up? Is that what?
And then you have all the breweries underneath multiple tents, and you have wineries and some cider places show up. So
Yeah, Michelle is going to be there from Michelle the Brew Babe.
yeah,
You know Michelle.
of course
You
I
know
Michelle.
Michelle. Of course, she worked for you. So
everyone
she'll be there.
that's been on our show, everyone that's been in studio
We'll be there?
will
Pretty much.
Like,
Oh,
if
my
she was
God.
the-
Have I made any enemies, Michael? No,
if,
right?
If she's listening, I believe she was either the October. She was in the calendar that they did, the cider
Yes.
calendar they did. She was Miss October.
Yes, she was.
I'm there.
Yeah, she also said that she will be there, and she
Yes.
will definitely be on the show. So she's a definite guest.
She brewed something, didn't she?
Yeah, she has a cider that she's putting
She
together.
went to
LIC.
She's at She was at LIC. I don't know if she still is, but she brewed a cider that has moved up the line as far as the awards, and I think she was supposed to go to HomebrewCon, but I don't know if that's how
she might have been there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the
I think
LIMBE was there.
LIBME, my friend John from Homebrew and Hand Grenades.
Yep.
Charlie?
Silver medal in the category for his beer.
Nice.
There was no gold. It was silver bronze.
Mike?
Huh. Yes, sir.
Can I invite my wife to Herkshire Park that day? 'Cause
I only have, I could bring
Charlie, do you
3
mind if
people,
my
but
wife comes on your credentials?
Credentials. One of my favorite things is,
Press
by the
pass.
Press pass?
Press pass. Yeah, you could probably do that. Well, we'll figure it out.
All right,
Somebody's
thanks.
got to drive them around.
We'll figure it out off air, besides kind of figuring it all out now.
All right, thanks.
Can I pour the
Does she want
sour
it?
or what?
Yes. So,
sour.
Fuck,
Let's do
Mikey.
it.
Sitting over
Now
here
we
like
drink
a
the shit
jerk.
out of the delicious.
So, Mike, what do you got here?
So this is Jalisco Kiss.
Don't do that. Don't
do that.
Please,
please appropriate the shit out of the accent.
This show's very
and do it again.
homosexual.
Jesus Christ.
It's from Castle Island,
Okay.
which is in Norwood. Started in like Southie Boston, which is from the Castle Island part of it. That's where Castle
name
Island Park
gives a name.
is. And this is a blonde ale aged on tequila barrels.
Nice.
So
Okay.
Is there any like chili flavor in it at all, or is
Nope.
it just tequila?
Nope, just tequila.
Intriguing.
It's got some lime in there. Like lime and salt.
Just pass the.
Oh,
yeah,
there
pass
you
the.
go.
Hey, Charlie, what time does this beer fest start and end?
12 to 5.
Yeah, 12 to 5.
5 hours.
Yeah, well, it's a VIP session, brother.
All right.
You want to be there.
All right.
You know, it's either be there
definitely
or
do
be
wanna be
square.
there,
You know?
All right, Charlie, relax.
Who sings that song when I drink tequila or if I drink tequila? What is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God! When I drink tequila.
It sounds like a song I would not listen to.
No,
so
you would.
fuck off.
You'd actually like it.
Smells boozy.
Mike, I got to tell you
It's like
something.
5.8,
Yeah.
I think.
What's your deal, Mike?
5'8".
I'm enjoying this one.
Mike, what's
Oh.
your next trip?
Talking to me?
Me? My trip?
No, the other Mike.
That's
Boston
me.
Mike. My
So
favorite Mike. You're a dud.
I don't know what my
Mike
next trip
O'Toole.
is. I know my last trip was to Germany, and that was fucking sick.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It was awesome.
Oh, wow, I do like this. This is delicious.
One of my favorite places. We went to a small. So I bounced around Germany, like little small towns. Nothing. I didn't go to Berlin. Didn't like go to Munich or anything like that. But it was a small town called Mainz.
Mainz.
Found like a local brewery, and they're like, English? Yes. Okay. Is that a beer? Yes. Light or dark? That was
Sure.
that was the option.
Okay.
Is it
And I was
warm?
like-
Is it served warm?
No, it's served properly. I mean, it was like,
Does he look British to you?
yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a brown ale served from a pub with shit on the floor. Or, in London.
people with
That's
bad
the only
teeth.
way
Yeah.
I want to drink it. I need shit on the floor in order for me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So,
What does the craft beer industry in Germany look like? Because I feel like that the
Non-existent?
Germany beer purity law is still a thing over there.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a craft beer thing in Germany at all.
That's the oldest law that's still in effect in the world.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it Reinheitsgebot? Is that the?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, but they also hold it strictly to when they do the Oktoberfest in Munich.
Yes.
Yes.
You have to. The brewery has to be within the Munich city limits and has to abide by that law.
So it really counts people
That's on
out,
the-
even if they were a craft.
Oktoberfest in Munich is on the bucket list.
When I got my assignments for where I was going to be in Germany, I was like, oh, okay. I'll figure it out.
Disappointing, but yet you
it
had
wasn't
to-
like the big cities. I didn't think like so. But
No
whatever.
Munich, no,
I found,
My brother went through the midlife crisis last year, and he did Oktoberfest in Munich. And
I think everybody's got to do it once in their life,
yeah.
right?
Well, he's doing it twice.
It's on the bucket list.
Well,
because he went
like
through
I said,
midlife crisis
midlife
twice.
crisis.
Twice, yeah.
What you do is once you get your tickets and everything,
Yeah.
make sure you go online and reserve your table.
Table,
in the
yes,
tent.
yes. Yeah.
Because
I saw
I've
fucking
been
videos there. It's
crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Let me tell you. I have been in the middle of it. You're lining up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you get there at 9, and it's like, wait a minute, did I get here too late? the line
There's
is
already a line, yeah.
And
People line up at 6.
doors open at 10.
Yeah, right.
And
But for like a
everybody
week.
runs in the room because there's limited inside the tent. There's
Okay.
limited tables
Huh.
that are not reserved.
Right.
So we ended up, my son and I, we ended up at a reserved table. We don't care. It's 10:30 in the morning. The table says we're good till 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And you sit there and you drink till it's time.
4
to go.
o'clock.
And you see some of the strangest. There's the tents hold about 10,000 people. They have their own kitchens. Their kitchens are huge.
Turning
The
out just
food-
chickens and
Dude, I would
chicken,
charge for that table.
Pork knuckles, sauerbraten, anything you can think of. The food is off the frickin' hook. And the waitresses there, they bring the beer. And at that time when I went, it was like you paid either €8 or €8.50, but you gave them 10 and they made tips. They walk out after 2 weeks of the festival.
Oh,
they
good
made
Lord.
over $50,000.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
I need tits and I
Where
need to
is
go to
this?
Germany now. Tomorrow.
But you gotta be able to.
Charlie, where is this?
Germany.
No,
what are you talking
no,
about?
Graz, you wouldn't be able to hustle it.
Dude, I'll put tits
wait.
on there and a fucking wig. Specken Sie
But
Deutsch?
here's-
Eigenlos Cola, Eigenlos
hey,
Bier.
Hey, here's the
All you gotta do
kicker.
is shave.
Where do you find out who the security is?
PSA from Patchogue.
No.
Blackwater.
Ex-special ops.
Ooh.
I
So
could be-
are they shaking you down when you walk into tents or anything?
No. It's when you get out of control.
Okay.
So like
You're done.
when you get up on the table and you drink down a full liter,
yeah.
2 liters, whatever
gonna
the
be
stein
fucked up.
is, you after a while you're going to try to do that a second time. Next thing you know, you're down and out.
Yep. You're
Rip.
gone.
They grab you. They take you out. You're done.
Huh.
If you start something, they grab you, take you out. You're done.
Wow.
I saw a very disturbing
All
video of a bunch of
night
Germans
long.
singing that, what's that West Virginia song?
Country Road.
Country Road.
Yeah.
Oh.
All night.
A full tent
all
of
we
Germans.
All we heard in our hotel was the sirens taking the people back and forth from the hospital, from the festival to the hospital. So we drank during the day and we slept at night and then got up and did things like you do it every other day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you destroy yourself.
Oh yeah. You gotta take a break. You little.
Yeah, you got to take a break. There's some excellent places to visit around.
Are you putting on Rammstein? 'Cause we're
No,
doing-
I'm putting on
Oh,
Me
he
First and
puts
the Gimme
on-
Bees
he
Country
puts on
Road.
Rammstein. I'm there.
Yeah.
You hear the new album?
I heard one of the new songs off the album on Octane.
There you go. Deutschland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good album. It's, Deutschland's Radio. Radio's the shit.
By the way, I
Kinda.
feel like this is the post show of the other show. All right? You're gonna sing.
You guys want any more Jalisco Keys? Please help me
What am I
sing.
missing?
Country Road. There it is.
Take me home.
I got some
There it
more
is.
stuff that I'd like to
Country
share. So the
road.
sooner we can finish that, the
Charlie's
sooner
a
we can crack some
ball.
I had a
more.
black lager. I picked.
He won't
I
hire
want to try
me.
too.
All right.
We have a lot of beer we brought, and I didn't
I
realize.
want to open this one that I brought especially for Pete.
Oh.
Pete, congratulations, Pete.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Grass.
Yeah.
God bless.
I'm excited.
May
Mazel
God
tov.
I'm approaching the
Mazel
excited
tov.
phase.
Mazel tov.
Cheers.
May God bless you the next 100 years of
Oh,
health
boy.
and happiness, Pete.
Oh, I'm cursed for the next 100 years. Jesus. I
Pete,
thought that
you're on
was
your
a
number
given.
3?
No, he's so
It's
dead.
You
number
have one
3.
more. I have 4. Fuck you.
That's a hard pass, Grass.
4 here too.
Four here
He's
too,
got to
yeah.
catch up to you and me, Graz. Come
Nope.
on.
I seed that ground.
Charlie, you got 5. You were fucking
I'm
adopted.
sorry, Graz. I forgot.
I have a dog. That's the 4th fucking kid.
Well,
Oh my God,
Listen,
Charlie. I
Yeah,
gotta-
but at least like
Don't
if something
say-
does happen,
Don't
you
say
just
never.
no, never mind.
Don't say never.
no.
I
Always
said
say
never
never.
after 2, and here I am.
Well, 6 years later, number 4 showed up. So
Snip that nutsack.
Yep. It's on the
I'm
agenda.
gonna do
Now
it.
it's on the
I got
agenda.
that
baby.
shit.
Hidden vagina.
That's the
Easy
20.
living.
That's the
Easy
2020 New Year's resolution. I already made it.
Wait.
Get a vasectomy.
Now,
Can I?
but when you do, always go back for the test.
Yeah, make sure that
Absolutely.
it's done
100%
right.
agree.
I had some. There was a family.
I feel like
member.
that's the smartest thing
I
I've ever
will
heard in my
not-
entire life. That's
Wait,
the most
wait,
valuable
wait,
piece of
wait.
info I've ever heard.
Dude, it's like the fucking
makes
God
so
of
much
all
sense.
Normally, everybody has 2 canals, so they snip and tie the 2 canals. Some people have 3.
Charlie's
so
an
the
alien.
doctor
Ooh.
goes
These
in,
are
snips
canal.
2, doesn't know it is
A real man has
and
3
next
canals.
Thing, a couple of years later, out
some
pops
sort
the
of
baby.
pussy. You only have 2 canals.
These are. That's hands down. That's definitely the most important piece of information I've heard in almost 38 years.
Can I give you more? Can I give you more?
No,
advice?
Pete. Wait, time out. Let me give you
Do
a better.
it during March Madness. If you like college basketball,
I don't.
See, if you like, but even if you don't,
Pete, how do I get our tubes tied, Pete?
During college basketball,
No,
because you
it-
can sit
no,
home
you can sit-
through those 4 days.
Bang!
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Time out.
Cheese
Charlie.
on the
I don't
nuts.
give a shit.
Charlie, my wife
Thursday,
got her
you just
tubes.
sit there with a bag of peas on your crotch for a couple days. Have people bring you sodas
Absolutely.
and whatnot.
No. Any long
Absolutely. You don't
weekend.
care.
Can't
Any
see in the
long
reflection.
weekend, But March Madness is a good one.
It is. That, you know what?
If you like college basketball, it's a fucking great one.
This is GubsRadio.com. We're talking vasectomies here. Give us a call, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. If you yourself want a vasectomy, Graz is giving them right here in the back in the O2 room. He's got a pair of scissors.
I promise it's sterile.
$100 a pop.
Well, we have a 9.6 beer that we're going to crack open in a minute, so that'll be sterile enough if you need it.
I'm like the banker over here.
The bank, yes, you know, because there's a reflection in the window, so you really
Can we
can't
turn
see
the
it.
air conditioner up at all?
Air conditioner's 100% up.
I think it's
God,
Open
that's
the
a
window.
lot.
Open the
That
door.
hockey
I'll open the door.
room.
Pete, why do you
Hockey
think
locker
I'm in
room
here, dude?
Yeah, you hold
It
this.
smells like a locker room in there.
Yeah.
God, it
Well,
feels
why
like
do we have the studio door closed?
That's true. We can probably air.
The air conditioner was on.
The air conditioner was on.
And apparently it doesn't. You know.
Pete,
Yes.
Let's get this
I can
goddamn
tell you
place
something right now.
under control.
Take a deep breath. It's all going to work out.
Sure.
By that time in the next year or so, the Wort with Mike and Pete's going to be the Wort with Pete and Graz. We're getting rid of.
Who's going to work the board?
We're
Wait a
gonna
minute,
be
wait a
finance-
Who's going to work the board?
Yeah. Do you know how to work the board?
Rich Sorelli comes at a
This
very
is the board.
small
Yeah,
price.
yeah. Rich Sorelli's going to do 2
I'll
shows
get
now.
Richie Z to do 2 nights a week. We'll do the Wort with Graz and Pete.
Yeah.
And then limo talk with Pete and Graz.
Okay.
What do you think?
I don't like it.
Sold.
You're
Am I
echoing
on the
down the
limo
hallway. We
talk?
open the doors just to let
I'll go
the
low.
shit
How's
out,
that?
the
Is
steam
that
out,
better?
the ball smell, and
Graz.
What? I'm over here.
Oh,
yeah, I know you're over there.
Yeah, Pete.
Oh, here.
Oh, yes,
The
please.
limo talk.
Limo talk.
I gotta start bringing fucking pretzels. Palate cleansers.
Charlie, we talk nice about you. You know that, right?
Hold on, let me
I
finish.
know,
be
but
part of
you
your-
I got
know,
some more
I
saison
could be
in here.
You should have a
dangerous
pretzel
too.
sponsor.
Should have a pretzel sponsor.
If I'm going to
Graz,
sponsor,
can you-
I
Snyder's
gotta
in
have
Hanover
some
if you're
time on
listening.
Can
it.
you text Dan Romano and tell him to call back in?
Sure.
I know he was he tried to call in and then we got really busy, so probably he did the right thing in radio world and tended not to call back in.
For safety.
So we'll do that. We're gonna end our Instagram live feed really quick, and then we'll be back right after this.
Oh, we're going away.
Yes,
No, his Instagram feed's coming.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that. I say, and ye shall receive. This is the Word with Mike at PeteGubsRadio.com. Who we got on the phone?
Hey, you guys got the greatest show going on right now. It's Dan Romano.
Wait a second. Who is this? Is this you in the other room?
No, I'm not in the other room. What are you talking about? I'm Dan Romano from Frankie's Pizza on East Side.
Oh, Dan Romano. How are you, buddy? Dan Romano Show Wednesdays here on GubsRadio.com, 9 o'clock. Tell us a little bit about your show, buddy. I very rarely try to check it out, so give me a little heads up on it.
It's an R-rated legit show. I have strippers. I have midgets. I have great comics. I have Billy Kyle.
Did you say
I have,
midgets?
Michelle
He
McDonald.
did say midgets, yes.
Yes, Michelle McDonald. Who's in the studio with you, Mike?
Tonight we had our Pete and Ian from North Fork Brewing Company and Jeffrey from Hartwell Woodshop. But right now we have Pete, my co-host. We have Charlie from 1940s Brewery, and we have Mike from Boston here joining us up.
Hey,
God
we're
bless
here.
you, Charlie. I like you a lot. 1940 is a great brewery. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably the best, the premier brewery in Nassau, Suffolk County. You're great. God, I'm humble.
Both counties,
God bless.
even though he's only in
God
one.
bless.
All of the counties.
God bless you, Charlie. By the way, Pete, congratulations on your brand new child. Good luck to you and Mazel Tov.
This is the worst one ever. I do appreciate you calling in, Dan Romano. Thanks for calling into the show. And what do you got coming up on Wednesday?
Oh, fuck you. I'm getting off the phone. This is boring. You gotta go.
Well, at least Dan knows when to call it quits and when he doesn't. That's great. So Dan Romano Show on Wednesdays, GovsRadio.com, 9 o'clock, following Three's Company, starting at 8 o'clock. So check them out. 7:30, right? Graz, is it 7:30 that Three's Company starts?
7:30 to 8:30 is Three's Company, and then 9 o'clock till 10:30 is the Dan Romano Show.
There you
Now, from 10:30 to 11 o'clock, he does the R-rated Dan Romano. He does interviews with comedians.
Yes, correct. I agree with that.
He had Rich Walker on, which was fantastic.
Yeah. Rich Walker was a great interview. That's good.
Are you guys having a separate conversation
Yes,
over
they
there
are.
in the back?
Yeah, they are. They're enjoying themselves.
Charlie?
He may have a new son. You want to be brothers with Mike from Boston?
Charlie.
Yeah, Graz.
Charlie, could you stop conducting your business on air as we're trying to fucking entertain the whole United
fine.
States?
You guys were having a great conversation.
Mike handed him the fucking weed vape, whatever it was.
What do you want?
There's nothing in there.
What do you want?
Allegedly.
Allegedly
Okay,
what?
so what I just poured was this Trillium Galaxy
Yes.
Dry Hopped Saison
Whoa.
called Free Rise.
I feel like I need to, I have a Sam 76 in my cooler that was going to be like my pre-show beer. I feel like I need to wash my mouth out with that so I fully enjoy this.
Like mouthwash? Let me see the can. I just want to see. So Free Rise, this is a recurring. I've seen this before.
So they have a Free
I
Rise.
like a lot of
not-
funk in my Saison.
Yeah.
So they have a this Free Rise not Galaxy hopped as well, and that's a more definitely more of Saison style.
Are you a fan of Saisons?
I'm starting to grow on them a little bit. I don't like the banana-y Saison
I never
flavor.
get that. I never pick that up.
They make a banana beer?
No.
Yes, they do. Wells Banana Bread. It's my wife's favorite.
Yes.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Well,
True
no.
story.
Yeah, no.
Sidetrack, but I never get those banana and clove flavors.
Clove I get.
Those never come through for me on a Saison. I just like that funk farmhouse kind of.
I do like that a lot. Like that's what I've been drinking a lot lately is these sours or these gozas. I really like the dry hopped sours. I don't like a fruit fruit forward.
It's hard to say,
sour
right?
Fruit forward is not as my favorite as a hopped sour.
I'm trying to get into sours. I feel like that's the new
What did you think of
its
that
style.
Castle Island?
Great.
Yeah. That was right up his alley.
I had the kiwi sour from kiwi lime sour from
the Locals to Locals.
The Locals to Locals from Brewers Collective.
Yeah.
Was awesome. I had it on tap last weekend at Great South Bay.
Okay.
Terrific.
Okay.
Nice and tart. You can taste that that fruit. I don't know. Awesome. I just thought it was great. And the sour that North Fork brought tonight was
that was
really
good.
good.
That was phenomenal.
Yes, that was very good. Out of the three we had from that, I thought that was by far the strongest beer. I don't know. Not that the other ones weren't great.
No.
But that was
my favorite.
Really good.
Personal favorite.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike?
Yeah, what's up?
Tried to get the real Dan Romano on the show.
Yeah.
I think he passed out.
Oh, boy.
No, right?
He was probably drinking some hardcore craft beers.
1940s.
Allagash, though. Allagash or Hennepin from Omegang. Those are probably my favorite Saisons.
I saw Allagash when I was I want to get something for Pete that he can't get around. But I was like, Allagash can get it. He can get it.
You can. I can.
Well,
you definitely can.
If you like Saisons,
I
one
do.
of these days, if we put it back on tap, it's called Michelle Jean.
Ooh.
I'm there.
And it's a straight up Saison with coriander.
That's it.
That's all you'll get.
Traditional.
Steve from Barrage does a lot of fruited Saisons, and I wish he would come out with one that was just a straight Saison.
This is a straight Saison. It's named after my niece, and it's what it is. It's just a straight Saison.
I think we talked about it when we had you on the yeah. You talked to us about that release.
And the day is coming up very shortly.
And are you gonna can it, or are you just gonna have it on tap at the tasting room?
Well, we haven't brewed it yet this year.
Okay. So you're gonna start
I don't
brew
know
day.
what's holding the guys up for brewing it. But,
yeah, what the fuck?
What's going on here, motherfuckers? Get everything ready.
They want to brew the pumpkin, so I says as soon as the pumpkin's done, I want
already.
That's gonna be wait. So that's gonna be my question.
Pumpkin's on the schedule because you got to brew it so it's ready in August for everybody to be happy.
Do you do a Christmas
Why
ale,
can't
Charlie?
Why can't we brew it to be ready in September?
I don't understand.
Fucking drives me up.
Wait,
it does.
Time out.
But
Let's
you know,
talk about talk about climate control. Let me get
We're gonna brew it in August so it's ready.
Right.
You know.
Well, here's what's going on.
It does make me sad to see fall beers before Labor Day.
It fucking pisses me off. August 15th, I'm seeing a fucking pumpkin beer. Give me a break.
Charlie, do you do a Christmas ale?
Until later.
Yeah.
Charlie.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
You
Graz.
do a Christmas ale?
Do we brew a Christmas ale?
Yeah, like a Bach or something
some
like that?
fucking pine needles and that shit.
No, we don't brew a Christmas ale, but we're planning on bringing back Imperial Confession.
I should be the spokesperson. I should be the spokesperson for that can.
Well,
Speaking of
it's
pine
an
needles,
it's an oatmeal
Brewers
stout
Collective.
with
Really?
cocoa
They do a
beans.
beer with pine needles. What was that called?
I mean,
We use
We had it at,
Ecuadorian cocoa nibs.
Don't say cocoa
Rock
nibs.
Costa Rican coffee beans and Madagascar vanilla.
Here we go.
Charlie,
and a
do we
barrel.
want to sell that thing to be a sellout, like a total sellout? You know what I mean?
What's
sellout? A sellout. You'll distribute all 140 barrels
Tomorrow.
Well, listen, we're only going to make about maybe a 5-barrel batch.
We're going to sell it at top price.
53 gallons.
$18 a pint.
Saison.
$18 a pint, Charlie.
Yeah, it should be about 10 and a half, 11.
$18 a
Not
pint.
fucking around type of beer.
10 goes to you, 8 goes to me. We'll all make money on it. You all right
I
with that,
could do
Charlie?
better than out in the tasting room.
Thanks, Charlie. Love you, Charlie.
But we'll have it special on the show that you're putting together.
Oh, yes.
Wait, you're putting a show together?
Charlie and I have an
What
agreement.
the
I am,
shit?
I am doing
Am
it
I
off-
invited, Graz?
Pete,
This is
you
some
are-
horse
Pete,
shit.
Here's what's happening.
What is it called? Limo
It's
with
Limo
Graz?
Talk with Graz. With Pete.
I've seen it all.
Pete, what's your last name again?
Yes.
Yes. And with Pete,
Yes.
with Pete without the penis, and it's going to be Pete and Ins.
Wait a minute.
I
How did
am
he get a
Richie's-
third if he didn't have one?
I'll get a third.
Oh, Mike's the penis in this.
That
in
is
this
true.
analogy.
That is true.
Oh, okay.
We call Charlie. It's called the Wort with Mike and Pete, or
True.
better yet, Pete and the penis.
Pete and the penis, yeah.
I call him the penis.
Your dick?
You're a dick. That's the problem, Charlie. I've been saying it since day one. It's Pete and the penis. It goes well. People
I
like
just
it.
know him as Mike and Pete.
And I know it as Pete and the penis. If you listen to some old shows, I talk about it all the time.
Grass, it's hard.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Go.
What is the difference between a radio show and a podcast? 'Cause I'm just,
Sure. We're better. Seriously. I can tell you this right
Radio
now.
show is live. Podcast is available for
All right.
download.
All
Good
right.
point. There you go. Easy. Couple
And
sentences.
Mike, just
Yes.
to tell you,
Ooh, me.
if you were to take the schedule that we have at Govs Radio
Nope.
compared to XM Sirius and
Yeah.
everything else,
Yeah.
we do an actually pretty damn good job.
So
we compete very well against
I
them.
know we do.
I'm
very
talking
well.
to Mike in Boston, not you, penis.
What's our phone number here? 516-465-3990.
And 516-513-0515.
See, he's very good at I got you into the phone numbers, right?
GovsRadio.com on
right.
Facebook, Govs Radio on YouTube. 1940s Brewing Company, Charlie, the greatest brewer on Long Island.
That's correct.
Mike from Boston, who's been everywhere with prostitutes and everything else. I'm just kidding, Mike. Just a little joke. Hope your wife's not listening.
Good thing Katie's not watching.
And then Hartwell Health Insurance from
Hartwell,
North
whoa, whoa,
Fork.
whoa.
All right, North Fork.
North Fork Brewery and Hartwell Woodshop.
And Frankie from Hartwell Woodshop.
That's correct.
Jeff.
Jeff from Hartwell Woodshop.
Now, see,
that's
that's
his
a
bit.
guy. That's
Wait,
a guy, Charlie, that looks like he's got a lot
What
of
is
oomph.
that?
Black Lager.
Oh, yeah.
From where? Oh, from the Hop.
Yes. I don't remember what the brewery name is, though.
Hold on. Let me.
I saw Schwarzbier on the menu, and I
Schwarzbier,
said, sign me up.
Hold
yeah.
on.
That's so. When
You
I was
will
in
like the
Germany,
beer
like
and you
I
will
was
like
like,
it.
yeah, give me the dark beer, and it was,
Schwarzbier is, I feel like,
awesome.
underrepresented.
Totally.
Well,
Long Beach makes a phenomenal fucking Schwarzbier.
You
Have
want
you had theirs?
you want to taste
Yes.
real good German-style true beers? Take yourself down for a trip to Nelson County, Virginia, and go to
Where's
Devil's
Virginia?
Backbone.
Where?
Say again?
Devil's Backbone.
Huh.
Their beers are just unfreaking real.
Do you like baseball?
What a
I
fucking
love
random
baseball.
All right, so I want to do a
Like
off-site beer tour. I want to go to like 3 parks with you. I want to go to like Milwaukee. I want to go to Washington, and I want to go to Philadelphia with you, and I want to go to
What
all
about
the
Fenway?
breweries
What
that
about
you know.
Fenway?
Wait a minute. As far as I would think
Yes.
you got to put
Please.
Fenway Park in there.
Okay.
Because I have friends. I have
And
some
Mike,
friends
too,
up
right
in
next to
Boston.
you.
That's right.
They can come up and they can hook us up maybe.
So let's do. I would really like to do something where we all get together. I happen to like you. I think off-site, you and I would get along very well. Don't worry. It's not. I'm
We
not
don't
being,
get along on site.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm just.
it's not going to be anything that happens
Sort of
here
a
in the
parking
studio,
lot.
but
That's the site.
when we're off the air, we're all going to
Off
have
the
a
air.
fucking humdilly time.
Why does it have to go in that direction? I happen to like Charlie. He's a very nice man, and he's
I
a brilliant entrepreneur.
He's your father. I get it.
He's my father. Stop making fun of him. Limo talk. It's Graz and Mike.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Wort with Mike and Pete.
There you go.
Pete.
Yeah, but
we're just gonna
I'm trying to find
beers.
Pete, what are you doing? I can barely hear you. You don't even talk anymore.
On the way there,
you have the
go
the
to
brew.
Wild Wolf.
Westbrook Brewing Dark Helmet.
That's what I'm drinking.
Schwartz
right?
beer.
A little dark helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little dark helmet across my lips.
Don't we all?
So Charlie, what were you saying about Boston? We go to Boston, then where do
you
we
go to Boston, go to Fenway Park.
Okay, and then
I
what's
mean, it's
next?
one of the oldest ballparks in the country besides Wrigley Field.
Yep.
So if I wanted to do the Graz Ultimate Tour, and we go from
what
New
that is.
York out to Boston, we hit a brewery, and then we take a Fenway Park game, and
Right.
then we bounce from there in one other place. Where would you go?
I would go to, I would have to say Wrigley Field. You got to go to Wrigley.
I agree with God, I love you.
You have to go to Wrigley.
You know, I mean, not
Just to have the experience.
It's for the experience. And then if you want to top it off, finish off up in Milwaukee. Milwaukee was the home of a lot of, not only it's a beer capital of Wisconsin.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
You have there's a lot of history up there with now that you got the Brewers in there, but before that it was the Milwaukee Braves, and it brings back times of when the Mets were playing in the Polo Grounds.
Yes.
And guys walked in there like Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, Warren Spahn, and you got to see these guys play.
Yes.
So if you want to go historic, I would.
What about Pittsburgh? Everybody raves about Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Roberto Clemente.
Mike, have you ever been to any of these places, Michael?
I haven't been to Pittsburgh,
Willie
and I have
Starr.
not been
Old-timey
to
baseball talk with
Chicago
Mike.
either.
I have a good friend who probably who lives right outside of Pittsburgh would join us.
God. Michael.
Yes.
Charlie, you have to actually see Michael's basement. It's like a shrine to the New York Mets.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Unfortunately.
phenomenal.
I'd like to
wanted
burn it
do-
down this year.
Phenomenal's
but-
one word. Maybe
No,
not the
really,
hide shoes.
Michael. Why don't you do like a little video? You still haven't done like
Ever
a.
see the fan? Yeah.
You didn't see my shrine to Rangel then, huh?
What? What's your shrine to?
Don't
who?
blow up my spot.
Mike.
Yeah.
Why don't you do like a little video of that? That is phenomenal.
Robert De Niro and the fan.
Yeah. He doesn't want to give
Pete-
away where he buries the bodies.
Does he have the
Pete and I did a
calendar
show
with
from our
Gil
from my
Hodges'
basement.
picture on it? Number
Yes.
I don't.
14
I don't go
with the
past.
care-off calendar?
I don't go past.
1986, right?
No. Well, no. I
You
don't.
have any of the old yearbooks, scorecards?
I
what do I have? I
have a few of them if you want.
I have some like
strands
Sports
of hair
Illustrated
that
stuff.
Sports Illustrated?
Yeah, Sports Illustrated stuff that came out in the 70s and 80s. I have a bunch of stuff from 70s and 80s. But nothing prior to the 1970s.
No,
yeah.
I can give you some nice stuff.
You guys should combine. Like he should go hang out with you one day, and you should come see his basement because he's got a lot of Met memorabilia, a lot and good
Well,
stuff.
It's from the 80s.
He's got good
80s
stuff.
and beyond. I'll say that.
So
Well,
you know what?
I have prior to that. Some of the stuff prior to that.
I don't have the history. I don't have.
So
the
come to my
knowledge of the
basement. I'll buy it all.
Here, I actually do. I have.
Well, it's like me saying, okay, who was the starting pitcher for the 1962 Mets that opened up at the Polo Grounds?
Don Zimmer.
No,
no,
he played third base.
Oh God, not Don Zimmer. Holy.
You'll never get it, Graz.
Yes, I have. I know who it is.
Because it wasn't the starting
I know.
pitcher who
I know. It
opened
was
up
the guy who used to play
season.
for the. I think it was the Tigers. Oh God.
No, it's not Roger Craig.
No. Huh?
It wasn't Jay Hook.
Okay. It was Al.
No, it wasn't Al Jackson.
Okay.
Al Franken?
Ooh, that was a good one.
No, not Al Franken.
No, the starting pitcher who
Al
opened
Franken,
up at the Polo Grounds for the New York Mets because they started the season on the road
Roger
in
Craig?
1962. Roger Craig opened up on the road.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
The pitcher at
Yeah.
home. You ready?
No, wait.
Sherman
No.
Roadblock Jones.
Jones?
Is literally inside baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, catcher was Hobie Landry.
For wow,
Jesus Christ! Where did you
Joe
pull that?
Christopher
Yeah,
was
how'd you
in the
pull
outfield,
that
so
off?
was Jim
Wow,
Hickman.
are you a diehard Met fan, huh?
Oh,
So then why? Okay, you know,
all
better
right.
yet, why don't we do it?
Graz, this is a kid who grew up for 11 years as a diehard Yankee fan. I knew the Yankees inside and out.
So did my
Murderers
father.
Row with
So did my
Maris
father.
Mantle, Hector Lopez,
Yeah.
Tommy Trash,
Tommy Trash.
Bobby Richardson, Tony Kubek, Cleet Boyer, Moose Scourin.
Wow.
The only team that I know who put fit 3 catchers out on the field in a game: Johnny Blanchard, Elson Howard, and Yogi Berra.
So why are we not doing a New York Mets trip from 1940s Brewing Company, meeting at 1940s, going to a Met game and going back to 1940s?
It's been done. We did it last year. Zach Wheeler shut the Yankees out 2-0.
There you go. That was a good one.
Who'd you do with? Who was your limo company?
Here we go.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
Captain Enterprises. Hi, Kevin.
There it is.
Oh, thanks, Charlie.
Well, I didn't know you then, Graz.
It's nice. It's
I
nice.
didn't know you then.
It's
Maybe
nice.
I can
I'm all right.
get
Charlie,
a nice
it's okay.
deal.
It's okay.
You got to talk to me.
I will talk to you.
All right.
The Mets are going to suck.
I will
September's going to be great. September
I know.
19th, I'm going to get fucking $5 seats right behind home plate.
Yeah, you can get them now.
Dude, if they don't start winning, you're going to get $5 seats right behind home plate.
I already spent like $200
start
on
doing that now.
Kids Club tickets. I'm a fucking douchebag. I know.
I did the same thing. I just took everybody from Vital Transportation, 15 people who was sitting on the left field line. The seats were great.
Yeah.
So you know what? Get me into the stadium. I'm going to spend $50 to $100 easy. You know what I mean,
agree.
Michael?
I'm working on that.
Yeah, I agree. I'd do the same thing.
Limo talk, it's Graz.
No, this is the Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Our phone number, 516-465-3990, 513-0515. We are talking baseball tonight. Too bad Mad Dog can't call in tonight.
God, no. Let's talk beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pete.
Schwartz beer.
Pete.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pete, that would be
Schwartz
so
beer.
much fun if Mad Dog called in. You don't understand.
Listen, he started the whole thing. I was telling
Charlie.
you about Devil's Backbone.
Charlie, do you want to laugh, Charlie?
No. These
Charlie.
guys are World Cup
Oh,
winners.
you got it.
For what beer?
Gold, all of their beers. Either gold, silver, or bronze. You can't go wrong. If you go to the base camp,
now's the
not
reason
the
to go to
brewery,
Virginia.
You want Nelson County and you want the base camp. You want to go to, there's 2 breweries, and then you go further up. You go to Blue Mountain Barrel House, you go to Wild Wolf, and then you go up to
Jack Bauer's calling.
Jack Bauer's
Pete,
calling.
answer the phone.
I did answer the phone. It's the Work Mike and Pete. Who do we got?
Hello, everybody. What do you
Oh, God. Can I fucking hang up on you?
Are you kidding me? It's Mad Dog Russo, Pete. It's the greatest sports. Charlie.
Yeah.
That is Christopher Russo from MLB High Heat calling into the Wort with Mike and Pete on July 1st.
Sure is.
Don't forget about Mike and the Mad Dog, a fan, a little baseball, Maggie.
How are you? Listen, Mad
See,
Dog.
that's where I know him from.
Mad Dog Charlie from 1940 Brewing Company in the studio.
Hey, Charlie from Copeg. How do you say that, Charlie?
I'm not from Copeg, but you're close.
So I like the roasted notes on the malt and the Schwartz beer we're drinking here.
Very good.
It's terrific.
Schwartz beer. I got some 1800 Mad Dog wine here. We could put that Schwartz beer, put them on some Noir barrels, and then the next thing you know, boom, bam, boom, we got to send them down.
But right now, Charlie, Pete's disgusted. He just wants to pour beer and walk out of here about 12 o'clock and take the rest of the 4th of July off, just so you know.
Correct.
Listen,
Pete's had enough.
No, he's got to come out tomorrow night because we're going.
Are you open on July 3rd?
Yes, we're open
Thank
July
goodness.
3rd.
Are you open July 5th?
Yes.
I'm coming out to that. I'm actually bringing my wife and family. Mad Dog, do you want to meet me? You want to meet me in 1940s Brewing Company? And where are you, Charlie?
1337 Lincoln Avenue, Holbrook.
You want to go to Holbrook, Mad Dog?
So if you want to take off, you can take off.
Holbrook, they're going to meet me there.
Who's going to meet you there?
Howie from Holbrook there, Mikey.
All right. Hey, dude, I'm drinking with Howie from Holbrook at the Charlie's 1940s Brewing Company.
That's nice, Mikey. We're going to have a little party, get the bang box out, we get everyone going.
Hey, Mad Dog.
What do you say there, Mikey?
They're telling us you have to go.
I gotta go there, Mikey.
Wait a minute.
They're telling us you have to get off the phone. I don't know.
I don't gotta get off the phone, Mikey. I'm part of
I'm hearing
the
that
Gov
you
Radio.
do.
How do I lower the background music so that we don't get kicked off YouTube?
We're not gonna get killed off of YouTube, Mikey, but we're good.
You're stuttering, Mad Dog. You're stuttering. You all right?
Is that replay?
I'm good to go there, Mikey.
Mad Dog, just to let you know, I'm happy and smiling that I hear your voice, but the other 3 people in the studio are frowning. They want nothing to do with Mad Dog.
Wait a minute.
I figured it out.
What the bit is.
Nope.
They don't get the bit. Peter's basically disgusted. Charlie's shaking his head, and Mike is trying to cower in the corner, Mad Dog.
Well, somebody's playing a joke.
No, they're not. What are you talking about?
Well, if
Let me give you my outro there, Mikey. Thanks a lot for everyone calling in tonight. It's been a really great time. We've had a good time. I'm like a man on a fan. You're not everybody.
There you go. Okay, music is paused. So we don't get kicked off the YouTubes.
Who's trying to kick us off YouTube?
Because you're playing
Lamb of God once, actually.
Lamb of God.
What happened to Mike?
No, I'm talking about the other Mike who was on the phone.
No, I don't.
No, that's
Mike
Chris.
and
That
Mad
was
Dog.
Chris.
Oh, Chris.
That's Chris Russo. Mike Francesa. That was Chris Russo who was calling in.
You're gonna have some more. of
No
this
way!
beer.
I had to piss so
I
bad.
had beer.
After having this Schwartz beer, I had to tinkle really bad. Thanks, buddy. This is really delicious, by the way.
Yeah, that is very
really
good.
is.
That
And
is
you-
very-
and
that
you
is
said
tra-
who-
that
who,
is traditional Schwartz beer because when I had it up in just brings back Nelson County.
What first of all, what was the brewery again?
Looking that up again.
Oh, right.
It's the beer name is Dark Helmet.
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Yeah, that's my
Spaceballs.
Reminds me of
Give
big
me
black
Spaceballs.
cocks. Go ahead.
Give me that dark helmet.
Baseball.
Westbrook
Dark
Brewing.
Helmet.
Yes, Westbrook. Yes, correct.
Westbrook Brewing Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet. Yeah.
It does.
You say
It
dark
has that
helmet again?
malty,
Roasted.
roasty. Yeah,
But,
very-
but no
very good.
coffee or chocolate notes.
No,
Not in
very
your
just
room.
like
Which is
straight,
why I
like-
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's just not a
Very
coffee fan.
slight.
He just can't do the coffee.
I like both, but I do appreciate straight up, like, just giving the
Just-
black
yes,
lager,
yes,
black
yes, yes.
ale, like,
And who really produces a good one is Long Beach. Long Beach.
Long
does that
Beach,
great.
the Shipwreck Black.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Really
Black lager
very
is
good.
very, very good.
Very traditional, very good. Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Do you do black lager or something like this?
What are your seasonal beers for the fall? Do you do
For
any?
the fall, we do usually do a Marzon.
Yes,
Ooh, I love
please.
We're thinking about
all of that.
We're kicking around the option because it'll be our third year in Holbrook that we're going to do a Belgian triple.
Yes, please.
Don't hit me if it doesn't happen.
All right.
Now, how much? What's the IPA on a? What's the ERA on a?
The ABV on a Belgian triple is very high.
An ERA.
What's that?
You mean
Very
what's the
high.
ERA
What's
on
the
the mat?
APR? What's the
whip
APR on
that,
a triple
New
Belgium?
England IPA?
What's the APR on a triple Belgium,
Yes,
Charlie?
exactly.
8% and
I
above.
have. Listen, we haven't done it yet. We haven't put it together.
10.5.
It'll be up there. Trust me.
Feasible.
You know, you grab the can. You grab the cans of In Bloom, and it says 7.9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't always believe what you read.
Charlie.
Sometimes there's a little extra malt in there.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie.
What- yes,
Graz
Graz.
wants a 9.6.
For what?
Graz.
Just make me an imperial stout with a little
Graz,
chocolate
I don't
flavor.
Have to.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I have Orange Whip on tap at 9.0.
Orange
Okay.
whip.
Jesus,
Orange
really?
Whip, an
What
oatmeal
is that?
stout with. Do you remember the old Good Humor orange creamsicle pop?
Fuck yeah, I love those.
Well, then you better get your ass down to the brewery and have some Orange Whip, boy.
It's a
before
stout that
all
tastes like a
gone.
creamsicle?
named
It's
after,
a
like, the
stout
Blues
that
Brothers?
tastes like an orange creamsicle.
Orange whip.
What
Orange
the
whip,
fuck?
Orange whip. 3
You
orange
have
whip.
bus
Don't
service
you
from your
remember
place
this?
to get home?
Don't-
Yes.
You know the movie? Come
Blues
on.
Brothers.
How do you have a stout that tastes like a?
Oh, because we're good.
No,
We
I need to
are
hear more
that
about. No.
good.
This is what we're talking about now. Is this?
Pete,
we're
you're
talking
talking
the conversation.
We're in
You're
it.
talking
This
to
is
the
a
Scarface.
This
Orange
stout,
Whips.
this stout before it becomes Orange Whip at 8.5. Was it 8.5, 9? Comes in as Imperial Confession with the goodies attached.
What does that mean, Imperial Confession? Do I
All
have
right,
to go
you
to a
throw in-
confession
you
booth
throw
after
it-
I
yeah,
drink
we
it?
Throw in
Yes.
we throw
Black
in
Mass?
some. We throw it goes into a barrel.
Or Sinner's Mass. Sinner's Mass is the.
No, Sinner's Mass is the milk stout. For the
Love
oatmeal
that.
stout, it's either comes out as Orange Whip or Imperial Confession. If it goes into the barrels, it's Imperial Confession with Madagascan vanilla beans, Costa Rican coffee beans, and organic cocoa.
How do you get orange and? All right, the cream flavor I get.
Yeah.
That you can do with vanilla beans, maybe some lactose or something. How the fuck do you get?
No.
I need more information. This is blowing my mind.
Well, you gotta come.
Who's blowing who? Hold on.
You
Yes.
gotta come out and try it.
Pete, you have to go out there and spend a day.
You gotta
When are we
come out
going?
there.
What are you doing Wednesday, Graz?
Pete, I will do a I personally happen to like you a lot. I know you really don't like me that much. I know I'm like the fucking speed bump on this show, but that being said, I'm also the comedic value on this show right now.
All right.
So that being said, here's what we're gonna do.
Wait a
Pete.
minute. I
want to
bring
hang
in a
out with you,
nice
Charlie. I'm
comedian.
talking. Let me
She's good
talk,
looking,
Charlie.
too.
I'm getting out of here. Charlie, let me talk for a second.
You're leaving?
I'm leaving. Yes, I am.
Oh, boy.
I'm done.
Jesus Christ.
I'm done.
There
Charlie.
goes our listeners.
Charlie, I'll call you in a couple of days after 4th of July. I wish you nothing but the best. You got a phenomenal beer, and you're just a nice person, and I wish nothing but the best. And I will take you, and we'll drive around, we'll eat, and we'll drink, and we'll have fun.
Should be cupping his balls while you're saying that.
Mike, that's you see, it's getting very homosexual. I mean,
No,
it doesn't have to be
yeah,
that way.
here we go.
It doesn't have to. It's been all night. A little fucking innuendos. Get a fucking woman in here, maybe. They make it a spokesperson for the
I
word.
have plenty of vagina waiting for me.
What? I can bring you in one, and she's
At a
a
bar.
good comedian.
So then
too.
bring her in. Oh, that's right. Your daughter, right?
God, when is the last time
So,
we had an
but
actual
Charlie, I
woman in
told
the
your
studio?
daughter to call my show. My show's more. I had 10 comedians on Thursday night, Charlie.
Did you?
Graz, leave me a card.
Yeah, I
Will you
did.
Give me a
asshole.
number.
I'll text you.
Yeah, text me the info, and I'll pass
Boston
it on.
Mike.
Yo.
Are we going to go to a bar? We're going to go. So he wants us to go to Fenway and hang out at Fenway with
Fenway,
me.
yes.
Yeah, Fenway.
Fenway.
And then
I have
go,
friends
and then
Right
go
next
to,
to Finn Beck.
and then go to Milwaukee and then go home. You in?
Nah, wait a minute. Boston,
Boston,
Milwaukee.
the
Come on,
Boston,
we gotta
Milwaukee. We come home.
We got no Boston, Chicago, Milwaukee, and then we crawl home.
Mike's face is crooked right now.
Who's mine?
Michael from Boston, his
yeah.
face is crooked.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
had
good.
a little bit of an incident in that room over there.
Yeah, something happened there to me.
All right, listen, O'Toole.
Yes, sir.
I wish everybody that listens to the Wort with Mike and Pete and everybody on Govs Radio.
Thanks very much for
.com.
coming in, buddy.
Happy 4th of July. I love
You too.
you.
Yeah.
Great. Pete, congratulations to you and your
God
family.
bless the USA.
Thanks for coming down, buddy.
All right. Good night, guys.
Love
All right,
you
buddy.
guys.
Love
Later. The Wort with Mike and Pete, GovsRadio.com. Give us a call, 516-465-3990, 516-513-0515. We're going to say goodbye to Graz, and we're going to talk a little bit now with, I don't know, who are we going to talk to? I was going to do God Bless the USA just to kind of send us out, because I know Graz is on his way out. We took our nice, wow, he went
Mike,
out with
what
a
is this,
slam of the door.
He went out quickly.
Yeah. He's like, I'm out. I'm getting in trouble.
He just ran away.
Irish goodbye.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
we do that all the time at the
Yeah,
brewery.
why not?
I will fully admit that I didn't know this was like a release until I got to the brewery the other day. Because I was looking for this.
This is Trillium?
And this is Trillium. This is a collab from Trillium from like Trillium Other Half, like a Swedish
Oh, this is the one you were
beer.
talking about before. Yeah, yeah.
On the Polo or something like that.
Yeah.
Some fucking weird triple IPA. It's like a 10%.
Triple IPA. Way to kick off the night right there.
It's a 10%
Look at-
IPA.
Look at
It's
Charlie.
called-
Charlie's like, oh.
Here we go. Here we go. It's
Yeah.
on the Poloscope number
I'm driving
5.
him home, by the way. He's not
Yeah,
driving
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Yeah, but the lucky thing is I have a short drive home.
Yes, you do. For now. For now.
Fata Mosaic.
No cursing.
DDH Dream Tomoko Bish Shredder. That's the name of this.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a
That's a lot.
That's more than a mouthful.
That's more than I can fit in my mouth. A good point.
I bet you can fit more. I've seen it.
Man, it's
More
true.
than a handful.
Fist and a half. All right, let's wind down this show here. It's the Word with Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com.
Yeah, where is everybody tonight? What happened to the phones?
No, the phones they're fine. They're just it's summer, and we expect that. So for us, we are trying to just enjoy the company of the people that we have in. We had some really great guests tonight. I want to thank what?
I'm glad I stopped by.
Yeah,
We're
dude,
glad you stopped by too.
We're so glad you stopped by because you definitely helped. Wait,
Oh, a little 4th of July shit.
that's right.
Yeah, get it.
Oh,
Play for that Kittner boy.
Wednesday night, America Trivia,
Are you? Yeah.
8:30.
Ooh.
Stand up.
You never know what she's gonna pick out. I don't know.
This is going well. So we want to thank Pete and Ian for coming in from North Fork Brewery. We want to thank Jeff from Hartwell Woodshop for stopping in. This has been a really great experience with those guys and some great stuff that they've got put through. Charlie, thank you very much for coming in. We really appreciate
pleasure.
it. This is always.
I'll be back again as soon as we can.
I was going to say, open invitation. Anytime you want to come
There we
in,
go.
just text us and let us know, and
You got
we'll make ourselves
What text?
available.
I use Instagram.
I know.
Either way.
I know. Either way.
I sneak in the back door.
We do too. And Mike from Boston.
Thanks for coming down, Mike. Thanks for bringing the beers.
It's been a real pleasure.
This has been a ridiculous amount of embarrassment of riches.
Are we done drinking? Because
No.
Okay,
No, we
good.
still
No,
got
no,
drinks.
I'm still drinking. But we're going to end the show because it's just going to go straight to shit.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
appreciate everyone for coming in. This is the Word of Mike and Pete, govsradio.com. And we'll catch us on our, well, let me stop this bullshit.
Catch you
Hold
on
on.
your sister station.
Catch us on the podcast. Oh, so here's where we are.
Go.
We are on iTunes,
Spotify,
Hopped Up Network,
Laughable,
and replays here on
GovsRadio.com, the
Absolutely. YouTube, the Instagram, the everything. We are here anytime.
the election meddling,
Yes.
Facebook, otherwise known as Facebook.
Right, correct.
Right.
We are also into the Russian collusion. We're plenty entrenched into
Jack
holy
Bauer's
shit.
calling in.
$5 says this is Graz.
You did get the reference, right? This is the World Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Who we got on the phone for the last segment?
Michael.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is Mike from Boston? Is his jaw crooked right now?
His junk is crooked, yes.
Is my
No,
jaw
not his
crooked? Am I
junk,
having a
his
stroke?
jaw.
Is that what
Is
you're
his
asking
jaw
me?
crooked? What?
Are you asking me if I'm having a stroke right now?
Yes. Mike, you all right? You having a stroke?
He's
no,
good.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah. He'll get through.
So that was a good show. We put
There's
on
a squeeze.
Show.
Yeah, it was a great show, Graz. I appreciate you coming in. Not calling in, but coming in.
Pete wants me out of there quicker than you can say boo, O'Toole.
That's because he
Graz,
wants you to go
I
back
love
to
you.
the
Great to see you
homeschool
again.
and start making
When are we
pasta
gonna
for
when are we
pasta
gonna have a
night.
play date with our dogs, Graz?
Oh, Pete, I would fucking love that. If you did that for me, I would fulfill your dream and never come into that show again. I swear.
Wow. Can I
Yeah.
bring
Pete,
Ruckus to the party?
If your dog play with my dog, I promise you, I will release all fucking rights to the work with my
How big is your dog?
He's about 45 pounds.
I got an 80-pounder.
My dog's 46 pounds and he's like 5 months old.
And which one has the black hammer?
Well, I have a boxer, and he's a playful giant.
I have a mini doodle. Your fucking boxer would spread him open like a fucking...
Yeah.
He'd probably eat him for
Spread
lunch
him
like he
open.
was a fur ball.
That's crazy.
It would be like a
Fur
fucking
ball.
melted baby on top.
That's
Fur ball.
That's crazy.
He'd play him like a fur ball.
Well, Graz, we really appreciate
Good to
you
see
coming
you
in
again, buddy.
tonight, man. This was a good time.
Hey, Mike, you know what?
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
very much. Pete's the talent. You're just a board op.
I love how you say thank you very much and then fucking completely
Shit all over us.
shit on me. Not all over us, just me.
Graz, thanks for coming down, buddy. It was
Graz,
good to see you.
You got it, Graz. Get in touch. We have a lot to talk about.
Oh boy.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
you're fired.
All right, fair enough.
See you later,
buddy.
Graz.
This is the Word of Mike at PeteGovsRadio.com. Check us out on all our replays. Again, YouTube, Facebook, Laughable app, Spotify, iTunes, and our GovsRadio.com replays. We appreciate everyone for calling in, all of our callers from Anthony from Bayside Brewing Company, and, of course, Pete and Ian from North Fork Brewing Company, and Jeff from Hartwell Brewshop. Listen, Hartwell Woodshop.
Indeed.
Everything has to do with beer to me.
Wood.
Wood shop.
With the Cool Whip.
Wood.
All right, listen.
Don't forget to have your pets or husband spayed or neutered.
Yeah, you're gonna get spayed or neutered. This is the Word of Mike
But if
and
you're
Pete.
going to do it during March Madness.
And get the test after.
That's right.
Just both of those things.
all of the above. All right, so we're Mike at Pete Govs Radio. We out.
Well, that's 2 hours of your life that you'll never get back.
Are you kidding me?
Please hang up and try again.
This has been the Wort on Govs Radio. I hope you're drunk enough.